the possibilities that they'll still implant you with more?
The probability is pretty high. It's something that you frequently.
Even you don't have a website, do you give out an email address or anything like that for people who might want to contact you?
Yeah, you can contact me through my work email, neutronstars.nanotech.com, and my cell phone number if you want to make an appointment to get information from me, or if you want to make an appointment to get a scan for alien implants and the recent alien contact is 805-625-2549. Again, that's 805-625-2549.
Super. Steve, thanks for being on the program, and take care of yourself. And, we'll be talking about aliens just about all week long here on Coast to Coast AM. It's been a tough week for a lot of people, right? Even though it's only Tuesday and the Wednesday. So here's something for you to sit back, enjoy, and bring a little chuckle to you.
Hey, Mark. I'm on my way to 3768. Kind of got hung up with raining out here. I'm on my way into Dallas. So Jerry's probably going to be calling you to find out where I'm at. If you can't get a hold of me, I'm sure. So, whoa. Man, I just got a wreck right in front of me. This guy ran a red light and hit his poor old ladies in an Impala. Just kind of flipped him and turned him around right in front of me. Man, that was close. Oh, now this guy gets out of his car. Got a white shirt on with a side of a cigarette. Now he's throwing his hands up there like it was their fault. Hold on. He's going over their window. He's rolling down the window. Oh, man. I think he's spraying with pepper spray, man. He's on his face. He's on his face. He's actually thinking with an umbrella. I don't want him to get the hell too. He's standing out here, man. He looks like a 20-horse car back here. We got another woman that's he's got a cattle prod, man. He's got an umbrella. He's sitting inside. There's another one. It's a little woman. It looks like a woman too. Three fingers. He's got to use his sign. Three fingers. He's got to use his sign. He did it. He's got 4 sets nothing. He hit him on the head. Everything went all the place. It's almost got to come in there with a people. It was a hot strike in the eyebird. And this filthy on his stuff. He took his eyeball up and lifted it up the other head. And he's spinning the guy. This guy's not picked up.
And you can bring it on.
You're stealing it. The one who puts the dog back first. I think that.
He didn't know anything about that. Whenever you have
Always a classic, isn't it? I'm George Norrie, somewhere out there on Coast to Coast AM. We'll see you on our next edition. Until then.
All those things. And over that fucking thing. And on top of that, that's 6, 7, 8, time. Later, you just fucking parking lot. You didn't think it was the whole time. You can watch it. It's not hard. It's really let's play fucking dance. Lifetime dance in that fucking place. Wait, really?
Your air purifier, like your life depends on it because,
I mean, in writing, then
the recent biochemical disaster showed us toxic air
really?
threatens
Yeah.
our health.
My fucking parents may die
in home air purification.
there, and I can never be able
Designed
to
to
see
wipe out airborne viruses,
I don't
germs,
give a shit about them,
and chemicals
but
known to
nevertheless,
cause
you
allergies,
got
illness,
a
and
fish,
difficulty breathing. Even
a bulldozer,
in a recent train
a
derailment where
steam
no
meter.
aspirin viral planes. A single environment unit
Bigger than
removed
you can fucking
99% of the dangerous compounds that were found in the homes near the chemical
then
disaster. If it can clean the air after a
you got
toxic
the
spill, imagine how it can help keep your family healthy. Only EnviroCleanse comes with a free air quality monitor. Visit
fucking
and use the promo code Conway for 10% off your EnviroCleanse home purification unit. Plus, you get the free air quality monitor and fast free shipping. That's $150
Are you done?
Visit ekpure.com, promo code Conway. ekpure.com, promo code Conway. If you have friends or family members that live on base or need frequent access to federal facilities, getting a real ID should be on your to-do list. Starting May 7, 2025, you'll need a federally accepted form of identification such as a real ID to access military bases, enter federal buildings, and board domestic flights. And by going online, you can conveniently start the real ID application process anytime and anywhere you like. Don't miss out on visiting your friends and loved ones in uniform. Start your real ID application online today at realid.dmv.ca.gov. Are you feeling the stress of a car accident? Let Jacoby and Myers take the wheel and steer you towards the compensation you deserve. 93% of crash victims use the lawyers, bet they do it again. And with Jacoby and Myers, you'll get the best of both worlds. Our legal expertise and a hassle-free experience. Don't just take our word for it. See for yourself what over 50 years of experience can do for you. Call Jacoby and Myers. Justice for you since 1972. Don't take this way together. Just tell them what to play. You know what?
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, that's how popular.
On the iHeartRadio app. Suspect jumped. Hungry panics in the nearby 24-hour newsroom. A man died after jumping from the stolen TNT vehicle in the Antelope Valley. The suspect stole the TNT cruiser and left police on High-Street.
Motherfucker, this is the worst fucking nightmare life you could ever have. It's tough. Get me out of it. I'd be like, get the fuck out of it. Somebody just be like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, I wonder if anybody's turning their fucking life online. What if people are out there that motherfuckers, you guys are sitting here jerking each other off on the fucking podcast. Look at this started.
A female passenger and an insect. LA County says there are 33 buildings at risk of collapsing due to large earthquake strike. Most were built before 1978. The city's now working on a retrofit project. They say it will cost hundreds of millions of dollars and take about 10 years to complete. Nashville police may soon release what they believe was a motive in the deadly shooting at the private Christian school. 3 9-year-olds and 3 adults were killed. Police Chief John Drake said the shooter listened to parents and had legally purchased firearms.
They were under the thought that she had got rid of every weapon that she owned, but she had different weapons inside the home.
NASA says 5 planets are lining up in the sky right now. They say look to the moon, Mars will be red. You'll need binoculars or a telescope to check out Mercury and Uranus. They're tiny, but they'll also see Venus and Jupiter. They say they'll use the donation to train dogs to sniff out human remains. The agency says they also accept bone and tissue donations from knee surgery. There's a form to fill out. Southland weather from KFI, cloudy, windy, and wet today. Highs in the low to mid-50s.
Right now it's 51 in Yorba Linda, 54 in Westminster. Then it's east reports 53, and it's 52 degrees in Irwindale. We read local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Bree Canada.
In Southern County, there is a full freeway closure. This is on the 405 south of Warner to Euclid. South End as all lanes shut down for road work. And in Lakeview Terrace, this is on the 210 eastbound before Osborne. We have cleanup crews coming earlier crash, taking up the 2 right lanes. The drive is bunching up as you approach this area. In Corona, there is a work zone that's on the 91 westbound from Main Street to Lincoln. 2 right lanes are going to be shut down for road work. Expect delays. Say if I hope to get you there faster. I'm Brian Van. You probably already know that Rosetta Stone is one of the best ways to learn a language. But did you also know that they offer a lifetime subscription to all 25 of their languages? Dabble in French, try your hand at German, learn a bit of Japanese, or you can explore Swedish. And right now, you can get 40% off Rosetta Stone lifetime unlimited subscription. Visit RosettaStone.com and purchase one, not learn for life. Rosetta Stone. When the language and I learn from Adawakers, so everybody podcast and their supernatural horror storytelling with an immersive psychological thriller. I want somebody to say, you never hear I probably going to put together. Let's like a little group together. Hey, that would be like a little group and make sure that things are figured out. Listen to the Manawak Cave. That's MANAWAK on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast. Rob Smith is not giving up. He's on Newsmax tonight with a special series targeting Trump for destruction. Well, and the Department of Justice all wants to talk. But Rob asked, where is the evidence? Rob Smith, targeting Trump, is on Newsmax, exposing the big media narrative. He reveals the new document. Confirming he says the Biden family got cash from China. It's a disturbing story and the cover-up is even worse. Watch Rob Smith tonight, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's one of the hottest shows on cable. You can find Newsmax on major cable systems and even back on DirecTV and Uber. Plus, get Newsmax on Roku, Samsung, Pluto, Imo, Vizio, and more. Download the Newsmax app free on your iPhone or Android and start watching anywhere, anytime. We watch Newsmax with real news for real people. Tell your friends and family. Tune in today and watch Rob Smith tonight. The job market is tight. There are 10 million job openings in the U.S. Less than 6 million people are looking for work. No wonder it's hard to find qualified hourly employees. Let me suggest JobGet.com, a unique way for you to connect with qualified job seekers. Now, with other hiring sites, you get resumes from candidates who don't meet the criteria, aren't near you, or are hard to reach. JobGet is different. Your top candidates already have the skills you need. You're only talking to workers in your area, office assistants, managers, cleaning, maintenance, receptionists, sales associates, retail, even dog attendants. Folks, with one click, and most employers get their first applicant within minutes. Businesses report 10 times better hiring conversions on JobGet, and you save 20% per job post. Try it for free at JobGet.com/handle, JobGet.com/handle.
I know people clutch their pearls as shoddy business. Votes get lost. Votes don't get counted. Votes appear out of nowhere.
We like to assume that elections are this absolutely pristinely run mechanism. The idea that there wouldn't be problems is betting on a miracle. Live 9 to 1 p.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. KFI, AM 640, more stimulating talk. This is Jacob Emma. If you've been in a truck accident, call 844-24-TIME. AM 640, more stimulating talk. From the city of Angels, near the Pacific Ocean, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be across the nation, around the world. I'm George Norris. This is Coast to Coast AM. Later tonight, what's on Mars, anyway? Here's what's happening. A former student of a Christian grade school in Nashville who killed 3 9-year-olds and 3 adults
results in a shooting spree there, was under a doctor's care for an emotional disorder and had amassed a collection of guns. New details about assailant Audrey Elizabeth Hale, 28-year-old, emerged hours after police released harrowing videos showing officers storming the coveted school in the midst of Monday parentage is conducting a room-to-room search before confronting and shooting to death Audrey Hale. A series of at least 3 earthquakes reaching up to 3.5 magnitude, not that big, rattled Northern California near San Francisco. I just hope it's not a prelude to a big one. The situation in the contested eastern city of Bakhmut remains under control, with the commander of the country's ground forces taking control of the city's defenses, according to the Ukrainian military. The military also said in an update that the heaviest combat is concentrated in several zones in the eastern Donetsk and Luhansk regions, and its units have repelled the latest efforts by Russian forces to advance. Dr. John Curtis, onlinecolumnist.com. What's your John, when is this conflict going to end?
Well, George, we have what's called a war of attrition right now, which is essentially loggerheads. We've got both armies moving in a glacial pace, even though it's true that the Ukrainians have not started their and additional HIMARS weapons, longer range weapons. What's happening right now is that they're just battling over a rock pile, essentially. Bakhmut and surrounding areas are just pure rubble. So, it's just a war of attrition right now. And every day that goes by, yes, there's more Russian casualties, there's more Iranian casualties. It's a grinding battle, and there is no end in sight until the U.S. can, so the Biden administration, that it's not going anywhere. And, you have North Korea right now that is, showcasing new ICBMs and warheads that are militarized now that can be packed into existing ICBMs and hit the United States. They threaten the U.S. homeland. But because Biden is mired and obsessed with Ukraine, contain lunatics like Kim Jong-un in North Korea, or the Chinese. But no, the Biden administration has alienated China and Russia to the point where we're completely on our own right now in U.S. foreign policy. We have no one else other than the, quote, allies to help us. Well, for 70 years, we've worked hard to develop relationships with our adversaries. In 2 short years, that's disappeared. So, yes, you've got the Ukraine war, and while it's true there's inches, and maybe, the Ukrainians may hold on to Bakhmut eventually. But so what? More people have been driven from their homes, more people are dying, and more infrastructure is being destroyed. That's what's wrong.
John, thanks. John's website, onlinecolumnist.com. Confidence in the U.S. economy picked up in March despite the sudden turmoil of the banking industry, according to the latest report. That's kind of encouraging. John Truman Wolf, #1 best-selling author and head of the financial newsletter Strategic Financial Intelligence, with us. John, that was pretty good news so far. George, a little contradictory. I mean, we've had this anomaly of this banking crisis. Interest rates are still high. Tough for people to buy homes, but indeed, the confidence ticked up a small percentage, but it was up. I think the answer to that is the fact that the unemployment rate is very low, 2.4, George. There's plenty of work available. Wages are strong, and a little bit surprisingly, the GDP is strong. So you've kind of got 2 sides of the economy here, and the positive side won out in this survey. What's your best guess for the rest of this year, John, economically? I think it's going to be rough, George. Inflation is not going to go away. Jay Powell has made it clear that he's going to continue to tick rates up. And while the banking crisis seems to be over, There's $620 billion worth of government debt held by small to regional banks. And while the PR and the news story seems to have faded, there's potential for more of these crashes. So I'm not a fan of what the year looks like. It's tough during inflation. I'm a strong advocate for precious metals. I would encourage folks to buy some gold and silver if they don't have any. And hopefully we'll get out of this and we'll get the inflation rate down and the economy will boom. How do people pick up your newsletter? Strategic Financial Intelligence. To that exact site, strategicfinancialintelligence.com. Great. Thank you, John. Talk to you soon. John Truman Wolf. Probiotic supplements have grown into a multi-billion-dollar industry, spurred by claims that the products will populate your gut with bacteria that can boost your health in numerous ways. In healthy people, probiotic supplements offer little benefit, they say, and they can actually do more harm than good. Studies show that taking probiotic supplements for overall health or to counter the effects of antibiotics will alter the composition of your microbes and reduce the level of microbial diversity in your gut, especially to a number of health problems. That's just one of the things we'll be talking about. The pharmacist Ben Hughes from criticalhealthnews.com. When we come back, please just a moment.
I know you're going to want some after hearing this. This was an amazing story.
We've got Stephen and Malachi Gregory in Nelson, New Zealand.
I understand that Malachi, who's almost 9 years old now, was suffering with not just one or two warts, but I mean a significant outbreak of warts all over his body, so significant it impacted his ability to really function.
Yeah, he was having trouble even out in the pencil to run. That was quite a book actually that got me thinking about it.
I'm not surprised. It is an amazing immunomodulator, and so I can see that it would work. And so at what point did you see that there was actually improvement really going to work?
Well, we really started to notice that around 12 weeks, you can see these things actually getting smaller and smaller, and then going down to with just little red marks. The whole thing's gone. And you're talking about one of the slides for water. I thought, no way that's going to, wow, that's been miraculous. See him get into a church too.
Yeah. How wonderful.
It's great to see him so happy and confident.
Absolutely wonderful.
I think for the singer, let us fly away.
Hi, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Another amazing story. Why? We're talking about Carnivora. Call them to awaken your immune system and protect yourself now. Call 1-866-836-8735. That's 1-866-836-8735. Or visit carnivora.com. CARNIVORA. Carnivora.com.
Poor Sam was in mess. Always itching, licking. His paws were soaking wet. He had bald spots on his back. TRILLIONAIRE.com. 2 weeks after he started Dynamite, I started seeing great improvements. And today, 99% of his issues are non-existent. Dynamite is nutrition. Dynamite is the best thing you can eat for your dog. How happy your dog will be. I get my Dynamite from ViralRabbi.com.
And welcome back to Coast. George Norrie with you, pharmacist Ben Hughes with us from criticalhealthnews.com. Don't forget to hit that website and set another record for us. criticalhealthnews.com, and to call to get information on what Ben has talked about. 1-855-949-7234. He and Doc Wallace, of course, is here every 3 weeks to talk with us about health-related issues. And we will take your calls at the half this hour and next hour as well. Ben Hughes, of course, a registered pharmacist, nutritionist, cosmetic chemist as well, and has been part of the criticalhealthnews.com team for years. Ben, welcome back.
George, good to talk to you again.
You too. What did you think of that story on probiotics, where they say they're really not necessary?
Oh, no. These it leaves the leaves, right? You heard that.
No. I've been in the news business all my life.
That's the way it is. So, Here's the thing about probiotics. They're not like vitamins, and they're not like minerals, and they're not like fatty acids and amino acids, what we call the like 90 essential nutrients. They're living creatures. Vitamins and minerals, these are chemicals. Amino acids, these are chemicals. Probiotics are living creatures. And so there's a little bit of variability in how you take them. You have to pay attention to those formula, for example. Different brands have different formulations, different types of bacteria, different amounts of bacteria. Not only that, but if you have an intestinal problem, you think you're going to take probiotics and make it go away, you're going to be disappointed because it's not going to happen. Well, you have to take care of your intestines. You have to make sure that you're using nutrients to support intestinal health and staying away from foods that disrupt intestinal health. You have to make sure that you're avoiding fried foods which can cause inflammation at the level of the gut. You have to make sure that you're using fiber which feeds the probiotics. So there's a lot of factors that are involved, and when you do studies like this, you have to ask, scientists ask, well, what kind of patients were tested? Were these patients sick or were these patients healthy? Were these patients using a fiber supplement? Were they eating vegetables and fruits? Did they have leaky gut issues? Did they have an inflamed intestine? So there's a lot of factors that are involved in determining whether a probiotic or any other supplement is effective. The fact of the matter is, many people get tremendous benefits from probiotic supplements, and in fact, the study that was quoted in this article showed that people did get benefits. If you read the study, it showed that people got benefits. I'm reading the study right now. Probiotics may be as effective as drugs in preventing relapse of quiescent ulcerative colitis. I mean, ulcerative colitis is not active. So you have to pay attention to the studies that are being quoted. You have to understand that when you read an article about health in the mainstream press, if it leads, it leads.
Well, as pharmacists and kids from criticalhealthnews.com, then Nicole from Massachusetts writes, what's the best way to get vitamin D and protect your skin?
By far and away, the best way to get vitamin D is from the sun. You know, there are supplements that have vitamin D in them, there's foods that have vitamin D in them, but none of them are as good as the sun. The vitamin D that we get from the sun is processed by the body differently from oral vitamin D, and the body handles it much more efficiently than it does oral vitamin D. Our heliophobia, our collective cultural heliophobia, does not serve our health. The sun is so important for well-being. Does it, can you burn? Yeah, you can burn, so you don't in the sun. You don't burn. Yeah, you get 5 or 10 minutes of sunshine every day, covering as much skin as you can. The sun does much more, by the way, than give you vitamin D. The sun is important for electrifying our body. You know, we're solar beings. We turn the photonic energy, the light energy from the sun, into electricity. And that electricity has anti-aging properties that help build our connective tissue for people who are dealing with arthritis, osteoporosis, vascular diseases, or even the skin, ironically. The sun electrifies the skin to help prevent wrinkles in the right amount. You don't want to burn, absolutely, and you want to make sure that you're using nutrients that protect you from the sun, such as vitamin C, and your ultimate EFAs, your essential fatty acids, particularly omega-3 essential fatty acids, are very sun protective. But to deny your body the power of the sun is so unfortunate and such a health catastrophe in the long run that healthcare professionals who understand how the body works, it's tragic.
Reggie from Detroit wants to know simply why something.
Because the nutrients aren't in the food. It's your insurance policy. You know, fruits and vegetables have fractions of the nutrients that they had even 20 years ago, let alone 100 years ago. Cooking, a fast-paced lifestyle, preservatives, toxins in the air, depletions of mineral depletion in the soil. We have a real problem with nutrients in this country, and to have an insurance policy of a nutritional supplement program seems like a very ineffective way to guarantee that you're getting the nutrients that you need.
Ben Schwartz from criticalhealthnews.com. Ben, what have you been doing since we last shot?
Traveling in the United States. Well, I'm very happy to say I've been traveling around. I opened a pharmacy, so I'm helping people in my pharmacy. Doing my Debbie presentation, Zoom calls, keeping myself active.
It's going to be that time of the year.
I'm looking forward to going out and meeting people. I stayed in for a couple of years, and I didn't get to go out and meet and greet, and I love doing it just like you, George. I know you love it too.
It's fun. What, did COVID do that to you?
COVID kept me in. Couldn't travel.
That's a lot of people. Yeah, I used to go to a restaurant that had COVID issues, and so nobody came in anymore. It was in December of 2019. We sat outside.
Yeah, the restaurant business is hurting.
30 degrees. We sat outside. They can't find enough employees.
Yeah. I think it's something like 25% of the restaurants than there weren't even 4 years ago.
We're going to take your calls with pharmacist Ben Fuchs at the half when we come back after the break. Ben, since we've been talking about this for years, how many people do you think you know?
Oh my God, George. Tens of thousands, if not more.
If not more.
Yeah, there's so many people. It's so gratifying to get the calls and letters. And, you hear from people how much we've helped them, how much longevity has helped them, how much you've helped them. Putting myself and Doc in the air. And it's so gratifying to me.
Brenna from Illinois, right? What is profungus and how do you get rid of it?
Only a fungus.
I hear a lot about that stuff.
Yeah, lately you've been hearing some commercials, I noticed, for this now. Fungus overgrows when bacteria are killed off. The bacteria in the body and the fungus in the body live in this kind of balance. And there's so many things that we do as part of our day-to-day lives that conspire to kill off our good bacteria, the probiotics we just talked about. For example, antibiotics in the water, antibiotics in the fish, antibiotics in dairy, people taking intentional antibiotics. We do some preservatives in food, nitrates, people taking intentional antibiotics. We do some preservatives in food, nitrates in food. We do so many things to disrupt our good bacteria, the fungus, which are a natural part of our bacteria, they call it the microbiome. The fungus that naturally lives in our bodies overgrow. When they overgrow, fungus overgrows, it can show up in all kinds of ways. And fungal infections are notoriously difficult to treat because fungus are the most hardy creatures on the planet. They eat rocks. They can subsist on anything. And they have spores that have essentially shells that are impossible for medicine to penetrate. So once you have a fungal infection in the body, the only way you can deal with it is to starve the fungus out. And number one, avoiding sugar, because fungus loves sugar. And number two, making sure that you're taking care of the intestinal microbiome. That's the good bacteria using probiotic supplements, using fiber, making sure that you're getting enough of the raw materials to feed the probiotics.
What is it that got you into this field?
I love chemistry. I'm one of those nerds that had a chemistry set when I was a kid. And I was fascinated with the idea that you could eat food and change your biochemistry. And I didn't realize it, but at the time I thought going to pharmacy school would be the best way to learn about food and medicine. It turned out that wasn't the case. But I'm very glad that I went to pharmacy school because now I understand how the body works. One of the things we suffer from, George, is a low IQ as a culture. When I say IQ, I'm talking about not IQ, which is intelligence, and not EQ, which is emotional intelligence, but EQ, physical intelligence. We don't understand our bodies, George. So when some healthcare authority says, "Oh, we've got to take that gallbladder out of your body," you say, "Oh, well, I don't know what it does. Just take it." Or some healthcare professional tells you, "Oh, you've got to inject this thing into your body because there's a terrible bug that's going around." We can do it. You have some authority says you have a gene that tells you because you're going to have cancer and you have that breast off. It's just preventatively. You say, "Well, you're the boss. You understand more than I do." Because we don't understand our bodies, we suffer. Because we don't understand our bodies, we lose our longevity, we lose our quality of life. And so I found myself understanding how the body works, and I've dedicated my life to helping raise EQ. And that's really what this is all about. That's what we're doing on this program here today, is we're helping people understand their bodies. So when it comes to making decisions about their health, they'll be armed with the information that they need.
But you're not opposed to mainstream medicine.
There's times we need painkillers. There's times we need antibiotics, and there's times we need emergency surgery. The problem is, most of our health challenges, George, are lifestyle related. They're related to how we live our lives. And simply by changing how we live our lives, we can change our health state. Simply by adding certain supplements, by avoiding certain foods, by quitting smoking, by exercising, by meditating. There's so many different things we can do to incorporate into our lives to avoid the horrors that await anybody who has to interact with the modern medical model because they have, God forbid, some kind of long-term illness.
LaRue writes, What is eczema?
Eczema is an inflammatory condition of the skin. Its technical name is atopic dermatitis. In that name, you have everything you need to know about eczema. Atopic means it's not topical, and it's coming from the inside. Dermatitis means it's an inflammation of the skin. So eczema is an inflammatory condition where you have to do something that's getting into your system or not getting into your system. The first thing to do with eczema is to look at the digestion because they usually involve food allergies and food intolerances, like with eggs, peanuts, soy. A lot of foods that trigger this inflammatory response in the skin. And then the second thing you can do, and this is majorly important for any eczema sufferer, is use supplements that strengthen the skin barrier. Now your skin has a surface on it that functions as a barrier, and you can strengthen that barrier with essential fatty acids. You ultimately get there from longevity, but almost, and I won't say it's a cure, but it's almost like a cure for eczema in combination with probiotics and digestive support and eliminating foods. Nobody has to have this condition. On the other hand, if you do have eczema, you run higher risk for asthma, you run higher risk for autoimmune disease, and you run higher risk for any other immune disturbance. So the good news is it's very easy to treat. The bad news is it's better treated because it can progress towards.
And next up, then Keith will start taking calls, and we'll take calls all of next hour as well with him, giving you some tips on how to make yourself a little more healthier. Check in with us. You'll hear those numbers in just a moment. Don't forget to hit the website, criticalhealthnews.com. This is one of a kind, one of the best, and we will, of course, be back in a moment on Coast to Coast Station.
Sign up now for Coast Zone, our free email newsletter. Get it today at coasttocoastam.com.
I'm Bree Pennant in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers dredged the Ventura Harbor and replenished about 400,000 cubic tons of sand. Repairs were necessary due to erosion from a recent storm. The number of homicides in L.A. has fallen, but it's still higher than before the pandemic. Police Chief Moore says there were 382 killings last year, down about 5%. And he says shoplifting is on the rise all over L.A. A body's been found in a burning van along a popular hiking trail in Woodland Hills. L.A. County Coroner's Office has identified the deceased as 30-year-old Joe Raven. Deputies say they're investigating. And the St. Mary's reopening on the 1st of April after being closed for nearly 3 years for the pandemic and repairs. You can also book a room at the Ship's Hotel, but you know it's haunted. Southbound weather from KFI. Cloudy, windy, and wet today. High deep in the low to mid-50s. Right now it's 52 in La Habra, 52 in Fountain Valley. We're down to weekend 55, and it's 54 degrees in Northridge. We leave local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Bree Pennant.
In Southern Valley, there's a full freeway closure. It's on the 405 southbound from Warner to Euclid. Southbound as always, shut down for road work. Lakeview Terrace. This is on the 210 south right before Osborne. Cleanup crews still an earlier crash involving a semi out of lanes and on the right shoulder, but watch for some delays in that area. And in Compton, this is on the 710 southbound at Alondra Boulevard. We have a crash taking up the right lane there. You drive this something up as you approach KFI, and the sky helps get you there faster. All right, bam. The Chief Marketing Report. NCSA 11, Global Chief Marketing Officer, Direct to Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighed in on building trust. Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy. And we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent. As the #1 audio company, iHeart Media gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more. newsletter. Get ready for iHeartRadio Icons with Queen and Adam Lambert to celebrate their announcement of the Rhapsody Tour 2023, featuring a career-spanning set list with wall-to-wall immortal anthems. Encouraging career secretary that way, so you want to go where people want you. Tour tickets on sale Friday at LiveNation.com. Don't miss iHeartRadio Icons with Queen and Adam Lambert. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific on the free iHeartRadio app's Classic Rock channel. If you're looking to get out of your house, doesn't matter why you're moving, or maybe you've inherited a home and now what to do with it. Usually you go to a real estate agent, 6%, and you're told to clean and paint and repair, and buyers are going to walk through. The house has to be pristine. And if you don't live there, you don't need any of that. How about getting a fair price for your home without any of that hassle? DirectBuyers.com will do exactly that. DirectBuyers.com, a local family-owned business, Janet and Matt, brother and sister. I love the way they do business. Now, there are a lot of schmucks out there in this business. I'm going to suggest you call them DirectBuyers.com. They'll never lowball you. They'll give you an honest, no-obligation offer, even a $15,000 cash advance before closing. Go to DirectBuyers.com. Call 844-242-SELL, 844-242-SELL, directbuyers.com. KFI, AM 640. Anytime I hear something rustling downstairs or outside in the bushes, my first instinct is to lean over to feel what's going on. But Tim Conway Jr. Show. I hear you scream twice. I'm calling out. Live 4 to 7 p.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app.
It's impossible. Now the sun to be the sky. Just impossible. It's impossible. Ask the baby not to cry. It's just impossible. And I hold you closer to me. And I'll feel you going through me. But the fact is that I never meant to be
To talk to George Norrie, call the wildcard line at 818-501-4109. The first-time caller line is 818-501-4721. To talk toll-free from east of the Rockies, call 800-825-5033. From west of the Rockies, toll-free, call 800-618-8255. To reach George via Skype, use Skype name George97313. Send George a text message anytime at 818-298-6521. This is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
When we return, we're going to start taking calls of Pharmacist Ben Fuchs from CriticalHealthNews.com. That's the website to go to, so jump aboard. And of course, Gina Salvati and Tom Van Heiser for the next couple of days. And Gina was one of our worker bees in our Sedona, Arizona live event. Gina, did you have fun there?
It was a great time, George. I absolutely loved it. And I suggest to all the listeners, if they ever have the opportunity to see you live, it's a wonderful event. It was basically sing.
What was one of your favorite parts of that event?
And you sing, of course.
Really?
Well, I think it's one of the first times I've heard you sing. I've heard you a couple of times, but I really enjoyed it. The band was wonderful. You were great. The audience loved it. And it was great to meet host listeners as well.
Oh, it was fun crap. And we're going to talk to you in a couple of breaks to talk about your whole lifetime digital magazine.
Thank you so much, George.
Thank you. We bring this up because on May 27th, we're going to be at the Dome in Oregon for our live stage show at the Granada Theater. Full information on that incredible event at coasttocoastam.com in the highlight reel or at the top of the event section at coasttocoastam.com. Come on out, it's selling tickets crazy today, and get yours. Now, this is something for you to build up that immunity.
HealthyLooking.com and Dr. Alan Millay bring 4 decades of experience in natural products for the exclusive stem cell wellness kit that works with your body's stem cells to assist your immune system. Here's Dr. Millay with more.
Whether it's physical activity, obesity, diet, smoking, low in hormones, stress, sleep disorders, or your age, can be supported by reducing inflammation and aiding the body to heal itself appropriately. A stem cell is a cell waiting to be told what it needs to do. If there is inflammation, that inflammation needs to be stopped. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, kidney disease, various types of cancer, depression, Alzheimer's disease, autoimmune disorders, osteoporosis, even fatty liver are chronic signs of inflammation and can be aided by supporting the body's ability to protect those cells that it needs. And that is the purpose of any stem and adaptive stem together, supporting the body to be the best it can be.
Dr. Millay, how will I feel after taking an adaptive stem cell in these stems?
The immune stem is going to have an immediate effect. But I tell you, your immune system is starting to function better after 24 hours. You put adaptive stem along with it, and most will feel it within 30 minutes.
Order now at HealthyLooking.com. The Stem Cell Wellness Kit from Dr. Millay protects your body's stem cells and will make you feel better faster. The Stem Cell Wellness Kit with adaptive stem and immune stem and your free gift to Relaxol is only available at HealthyLooking.com or toll free at 800-563-3980. That's 800-563-3980. Don't forget to enter promo code George for free shipping. George's Stem Cell Wellness Kit at HealthyLooking.com. That's HealthyLooking.com.
Marvelous Entertainment and author Margaret Sunderland have released the newest in-action adventure science fiction that specifically deals with the question, are we alone in the universe? This action-packed drama includes a 7-novel masterpiece, comic books, video games, and movies of Sergeant Waggott's journeys across the universe. Get 20% off the entire 7-novel series and all future graphic novels at the coupon code Coast to Coast, all lowercase on Marvelous.com. That's MARVALEOUS.com. This banking crisis really has depositors and investors in a frenzy. If you have not done so already, now might be a great time to diversify into gold and silver. You can purchase gold and silver directly at BullionMax.com/post, and they will ship it directly to your home, fully insured. And right now, Bullion Max is offering free shipping on any order over $199. In this extremely volatile market, protect your family savings with gold and silver at BullionMax.com/post.
At 45 years old, I was in so much physical pain. I was truly dreading getting any older. I had weak bones, achy joints, weight that wouldn't go away, almost no energy, and constant little headaches. I was falling apart physically and mentally. I searched desperately for alternatives to the pain management traditional doctors offer. I tried alternative medicines with no positive results. Then I heard Dr. Joel Wallace on Coast to Coast, and a month to the results, and I've lost 95 pounds. I'm off all pain medications and pharmaceuticals. Best of all, the pain is gone. I look forward to my future. This is Rebecca Kozak, and if pain has you dreading your future, don't suffer through another day. Visit criticalhealthnews.com. Sign up to receive the newsletter Dr. Wallace Kim Bad Food and tons of invaluable nutritional advice. Call 855-949-RADIO to speak to an experienced nutritional consultant. That's 855-949-7234 and criticalhealthnews.com.
And welcome back to Coast. George is already back with pharmacist Ben Fuchs from CriticalHealthNews.com. Let's go to the phones. Ben, they're lining up for you. We'll go to first-time caller Jeff, truck driving in Kansas City. Hey, Jeffrey, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Dean. Good morning, George.
Hi, thank you my call. Thank you.
Yeah, I had a question about the large prostate. I've been dealing with, I believe that's what it is, because I'm having a hard time urinating when my bladder's full. Waking up in the middle of the night, I'm back on. I don't actually wake up in the middle of the night very, very still. I mean, just normal, my normal times. I don't get up like 2 or 3 times in the night, nothing like that. But whenever I'm up, like in the morning, when I first urinate, my bladder's full. It's hard for it to get going, and it's very slow.
Jeff, have you also had a PSA blood test from your urologist?
I just had a blood test probably a couple weeks ago.
Do you know what that reading was?
You know, I don't have it with me. No, I don't. Well, a large prostate is not uncommon as you get older. It basically is an inflammation of the prostate is essentially what it is. The prostate is a fatty gland. And the most important thing to consider when you have a prostate issue is your fat. Your good fat, you make sure you're getting your good fat, and staying away from bad fat, staying away from the fried fat, processed fat, fake fat, foods we all love, and making sure that you're replacing those bad fats with not only good fats, like essential fatty acids, the ultimate EFAs, dairy, for example, or processed fats, but also fatty nutrients that are found in foods. The fatty nutrients that are found in foods are generally referred to as adaptogens. These adaptogens have wonderful benefits to the prostate. You can use things like saw palmetto. You can also use pumpkin seed oil, in fact, that is beneficial for the prostate. And then fatty vitamins, vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin D, which we talked about earlier, and the fatty minerals are zinc and selenium are very important for the prostate. You'll find all these in a product called Prostate Vaccine Longevity, where you can make sure that you're eating the foods that contain the zinc and the selenium, fish and nuts. Certain grains also have zinc and selenium in them. Sulfur, by the way, is also really important for the prostate.
A high PSA level does not necessarily mean you have cancer.
That's exactly right. And there's a lot of controversy around the PSA. And a large prostate also, by the way, doesn't mean that you have cancer either. But prostate cancer is a serious business. You want to make sure that it doesn't progress into prostate cancer. Prostate enlargement is referred to as BPH, or benign prostatic hyperplasia. Benign means it's not cancerous, but it can progress. You want to make sure you're taking care of the prostate, mostly staying away from the lousy fats, French fries, and any kind of deep fried fat, as well as prostate fats in general, and making sure you're getting the good fat.
A friend of mine in St. Louis is a dermatologist, but then, and he has prostate cancer, and he's going through the radiation and chemo right now.
Yeah, that is true. So once you get into a malignancy in the prostate, it can be horrible, and even the treatments, they're not great. And that's what you want to say. You want to make sure it doesn't happen. Take care of your prostate. Take care of your health ahead of time. So that doesn't progress.
Esna's with us in Monmouth County, New Jersey. Welcome to the show. Hello, Esna.
Hello, George. Hi, Ben.
Hi.
I have 2 questions for you, but Ben, I just want to tell you I'm very interested in food science, but after surviving biology and chemistry with a Catholic nun, I didn't think I could taste it. It was pretty tough.
You can still do it, though. You can still have it.
Well, I love food science, actually. But I have 2 questions. My dad was sort of experiencing a little bit of brain fog. He was a retired electrical mechanical engineering professor, and very methodical about things. And he took a bowl in tennis, but now he has arthritis in his
The question who was every night
and also his balance, and now he's feeling like he's experiencing brain fog.
And lots of things. How old is he, first of all?
Well, he's going to be 90 in 80 weeks.
And he's 10?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. A couple of...
He was.
Oh, he was. Really?
Up in Provincial, and let us pick up pickleball.
What was the chance of this first then, and we'll come back to his second question.
Yes, sir. So first of all, the most important thing to consider when your brain starts to break down as you get older is sugar intake. In fact, Alzheimer's dementia is now called type 3 diabetes. We talked about this before. So making sure he's stable, keeping his blood sugar stable by staying away from foods that spike his blood sugar, and then using nutrients that help the body process sugar. Sweeties from Longevity. There's a wonderful free vitamin called thiamine, another one called niacin. They're very important for helping stabilize blood sugar. Also, the brain is a fatty organ, making sure he's getting a good fat. The ultimate EFAs, omega-3 fats, very important for brain health. And then, interestingly, there's a relationship between the liver and the brain. And once the liver starts to break down, which happens as you get older, also through a lot of sugar, high intake of sugar, ammonia levels go up, And ammonia levels can definitely affect the brain as well. So working on the liver by keeping your blood sugar stable is another very important strategy. Again, using the ultimate EFAs and fatty vitamins are important. And then Debbie's got a wonderful brain supplement called Synaptive. I don't know if you've heard of that. Synaptive is great as an all-around brain tonic, even if you're not dealing with brain problems. But if you are dealing with cognitive issues or memory issues or for the dementia, the Synaptive can be wonderful for that. And then I talked about niacin earlier. Niacin deficiency can actually cause dementia. Not that your dad has dementia, but niacin deficiency can also cause memory problems, cognitive issues. So making sure that you're using your ultimate niacin can be helpful too.
And that's nice. Write down this number, 1-855-949-7234, because they are writing down everything Dan says. And let's go for your second question. Go ahead.
Yes, I have 2 moles on the side of my neck that I've had, all throughout my life. They got irritated by toothpaste, jewelry, and they got inflamed. I think they went into boils. They kind of burst. And I've had this for like 2 or 3 years, and now it's been diagnosed with basal cell carcinoma. They want to do, the surgery with a plastic surgeon. And I have a little dot on my nose between my teeth that suddenly appeared 2 years ago, and it bled, and it never disappeared. And I had oily skin with, breakouts. So I was used to that as a teenager, so I didn't pay attention to it, but it never went away. And now I'm trying to consider this curaderm, which is like an eggplant.
Yes, I know the curaderm, but I wouldn't play around with that. You want to have those herbs. I would highly recommend it.
You're the skin guy, Ben.
Yeah, I'm a skin guy, and I tell you, I would have those removed, and I would be very careful from now forward, making sure a couple things. First of all, you want to be using topical vitamin C, especially fat-soluble vitamin C, and topical retinol. And then also internally, you want to make sure that you're using lots of antioxidants and making sure you're getting your good fats. The ultimate EFAs, for example. Essential fatty acids are amazing for the skin. We talked about them earlier for eczema, but they're anti-inflammatory for the skin as well. So essential fatty acids can be one of your most important anti-cancer nutrients, vitamin C, vitamin E, and then interestingly, the pigments that are in vegetables, greens, and the blues, the reds, and the purples, they're not there just to be pretty. They have some wonderful protective benefits, and you eat them. You eat these pigments, they go into your bloodstream, and they come to rest in your skin, where they act to protect your skin from the sun. They're like natural sunscreen. So making sure you're getting all of your pigments, fruits and vegetables, and if you graze your fruits and vegetables in some butter, your veggies anyway, in some butter, you'll release those pigments and make them easier for the body to process.
If you have skin cancer on the nose, will they remove your nose?
They have to with the nose, but they'll remove the skin cancer. Doctor did they?
What's that leave? A hole in your face?
No, they just carve it out. Yeah, it depends on how deep it goes. Yeah, you can have a little hole. Usually it's just superficial. If you catch it early enough, that's the whole key. If you catch the basal cell carcinoma early enough.
Joe, Long Island, New York, East of the Rockies. Hey, Joe.
Hi, Dan. I just want to ask about a couple of herbs and adults and amino acids. One is I like the name dandelion. It's supposedly Columbus Valley Creek ship had it, the crew, and a couple of scientists, researchers in Canada said it has significant anti-cancer properties, such as with the maca root. Someone recommended that in a tea form. And then my third thing was just the dosage on L-arginine. I have it, and it's coming in 500 mg units. What would you recommend about? I know it's not exact for a daily dose for that. Okay, so there's a couple things. 3 things. Dandelion is an amazing plant. And as I said earlier, plants make these protective molecules that are called adaptogens. And dandelions are really just adaptogens, but in addition to that, dandelions, especially the greens, are great sources of vitamin K, vitamin E, vitamin A. It's super powerful. Weed, dandelions are weeds. People pick them, people pull them out of the ground because they ruin the grass, but they're amazingly medicinal. The dandelions just grow outside in your lawn. We call dandelion root tea, and then, as I say, the greens are the green dandelion is very, very nutritionally valuable, very high minerals with potassium and iron. And then, second thing, you have maca. Maca is like a natural caffeine. So it doesn't have caffeine. That's stuff that's similar to caffeine. A maca root, you can get some energy from that, maca tea. And then also, arginine is one of my absolute favorites. Nitric oxide, right? Yeah, nitric oxide from the beef. That's right. It's huge, George. I call arginine super amino acid. Nitrogen is a powerful element. Farmers all know about nitrogen because nitrogen helps your plants grow. Ammonia is ammonia fertilizer, is a source of nitrogen, but nitrogen in general is a very explosive element. The amino acids are very powerful because they're essentially carbohydrates plus nitrogen. And then a carbohydrate has its own nutritional value, but you stick a nitrogen on it, you get an amino acid, and it becomes one of nature's most functional nutrients. Well, what arginine has is it has 4 nitrogens. Not just 1, not just 2, not just 3, but it has 4 nitrogens. And that makes it super powerful. I call it super amino acid. It's especially important for growth. It's especially important for the heart. And it's especially important for the blood vessels. As you point out, it helps you make this molecule called nitric oxide, which is important for lowering blood pressure, for sexual performance, for wound healing, for brain health. Arginine, it's hard to imagine an amino acid that's got more nutritional value than arginine. The dose on arginine, if I, the healthy sort of regular dose is like 500 milligrams. Personally, I take 2 to 5 grams of it a day in straight tablets. It's just an amazing, amazing amino acid.
L-citrulline. What does that mean?
Citrulline. I actually know all these things.
I studied that. Remember, I studied.
That's great. So when you've been supplementing your whole life, you know a lot about the
Thanks to Mom.
What's that?
Thanks to Mom. She's going to be 94.
Citrulline is related to arginine. Citrulline is made up of, it's similar to arginine, in fact. Citrulline is part of what's called the urea cycle in the body. And it's one of the ways ammonia, which is a very powerful toxin, is recycled.
You can also get it from the rind of a watermelon.
Sure, it's how impressive. That's right, it's in watermelon rind. That's its most famous source. Citrulline is important for the detoxification process in the liver health. So I am impressed, George.
Thank you. So that's from criticalhealthnews.com. That's the website to go to all the time. What about Parkinson's?
Yeah, Parkinson's is simply a degeneration of the brain, but it's a part of the brain that's like a movement. And interestingly, it's a part of the brain that affects the neurotransmitter dopamine, which is associated with reward. For the body, just opening up a doorknob is something that's worthy of a reward. And so when you reach to open the doorknob, you get a reward. A little hit of a reward molecule, and that's dopamine. When you don't have enough dopamine, you can't open the door, or you can't hold the glass, or you can't hold a fork. Okay. And so Parkinson's disease is a degenerative process that occurs in a part of the brain that is involved with dopamine and reward and movement. So the way you deal with Parkinson's disease is you strengthen the brain. Here's something really interesting. People who have Parkinson's disease oftentimes have digestive problems and have digestive problems long term. There's a very important connection between the intestine and the brain. And most neurologists don't focus on it. They'll focus on the brain, and they'll try to give you drugs that help mimic dopamine, but they don't focus on the intestine. The relationship between the intestine and the brain, the so-called gut-brain axis, is something that we've only been understanding, the mainstream has only been understanding for the last 5 to 10 years, but we've been talking about it in the alternative health business for decades. So for Parkinson's patients, it's very important to focus on intestinal health, particularly if you've had intestinal problems long term before you have the Parkinson's. That being said, there are nutrients that you can take that support dopamine, and most importantly, high-protein foods. The synapses for longevity can help, and then, as we talked about earlier, omega-3 fats are especially important for the brain. You'll get those in your ultimate EFA.
We're going to come back in a moment with pharmacist Ben Fuchs and take a full hour of phone calls with Ben. And of course, the website to go to, set another record. He does every time he's on. CriticalHealthNews.com. Back in a moment.
Always on your phone? Then you'll be happy to know the Coast website is now optimized for mobile users. Just point your iPhone or Android browser to coasttocoastam.com and enjoy. You locked your cat up the street?
Yeah, he's right up there. I'm scared to come down.
Hang on, I'll get him for you.
Be careful, mister.
Thanks, kid. Here you go.
Where did you come from? And where's your mouth and face?
What? Oh, no, your mom and dad called us to clean out your shower drain.
What?
They were up a tree too.
Really?
Your drain was really clogged, backing up, and we have to stop that nasty stuff from invading your bathroom.
So you're a hero?
Try to be every day. We're rooter heroes.
Wow.
We make sure you live in a safe, clean house. Go on.
Thanks for rescuing doors.
It's what a hero does.
If you have a clogged drain, all your heroes coming in and go on my
Are you feeling the stress of a car accident? Let the Jacoby and Myers fix the wheels and steer you towards the compensation you deserve. 93% of crash victims who use the lawyers said they'd do it again. And with Jacoby and Myers, you'll get the best of both worlds. Our legal expertise and a hassle-free experience. Don't just take our word for it. See for yourself what over 15 years of experience can do for you. Call Jacoby and Myers. Justice for you in 1772.
A vagabond. I'm a
A
vagabond.
life source system gives you filtered, delicious water straight from every tap in the house. It filters out the chlorine and contaminants while retaining healthy minerals, and there's no filter system ever to maintenance free. The new customer get a free HEPA Pure antibacterial filter that's worth $825 this ends March 31st. Call 800-803-2696. Visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSourceWater, taste and feel the difference.
Congratulations, Queen of Marquez. Golden Mike Award winner for Best Radio Traffic Report. We warn you not to do work. Traffic report, but they don't give awards for that. And also, it wasn't on KFI. You know what?
Los Angeles, Orange County. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. 9-car pileup. Ivory tenants in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. 9 vehicle crash in Long Beach has claimed the life of at least one person, 8 others hospitalized. It started at the traffic stop in Field Beach. The impact sent vehicles spinning in many different directions. Following the crash, the suspect tried fleeing on foot but was tasered and taken into custody. Inside his vehicle, a female passenger and an infant. A man has died after jumping from a stolen THC vehicle in the Antelope Valley. The suspect stole the THC cruiser and led police on a high-speed chase. Officers say the man jumped from the cruiser at about 45 miles an hour. He hit his head on the roadway and was unresponsive. He was pronounced dead at the Antelope Valley Medical Center. LA County says there are 33 buildings at risk of total collapse should a large earthquake strike LA. Most were built before 1978. The city's now heavily shooting at the private Christian school. 3 9-year-olds and 3 adults were killed. Police Chief John Drake says the shooter lived with his parents and has legally purchased firearms.
They were under the thought that you got rid of every weapon that you own.
The city of El Monte is now offering guaranteed income to low-income single mothers. The $500 a month is available to 25 women for a full year. The deadline to apply April 16th. You can apply on their website. If you're a doctor, you can now get a sticker for your car that allows you to speed. It allows doctors on emergency calls to be exempt from speed limits. It only works on California freeways, and it will not get you into an HOV lane. This is for AD, by the way, not THC. Dot-com let it move. Cloudy, windy, and wet today. Highs in the low to mid-50s. Right now, 56 in Placentia. Laguna Beach has 52. 48 in Riverside and 51 in Malibu. We live local. Identify 24-hour newsroom. I'm Bree Tennant.
In Long Beach, this is all the night for West South, Connector City, 7 North South. Blocking transition roads, watch the flowing as you approach this area. Caution
I'm gonna follow you.
You drive up the blue streets in that area. And it's a huge errand. This is on the eastbound or on course. We have news from an earlier crash there out of Lincoln on the right. You'll not be safe. I'm Brian.
That's fucking teamwork. What's your favorite position? That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you. What's your favorite bitch? I'm not gonna cook it for it, but I'll order it from Zanzibar.
He reveals the new document. Confirming, he says, the Biden savings on cash from China. The disturbing story in the cover-up is New York. Watch live today tonight, 4 p.m. Pacific, as one of the hottest shows on cable. We'll try new facts on recent cable systems if you back on your HTV and Uber. Plus, get new facts on Roku, Samsung, Sale, Evo, Video, and Netflix. Download the new facts app free on your iPhone or Android and start watching anywhere, anytime. We watch news facts with real news for real people. Tell your friends and family. Tune in today and watch ROTHSCHILD tonight.
I've tried a lot of language learning apps lately, and Rosetta Stone is hands down my favorite. I love that it teaches you phrases and simulates real-life conversations, and they have the best speech recognition tool. It tells you how accurate your pronunciation is, so you can really nail your accent in almost any language you want, like Spanish, Italian, Chinese, and Korean. Or get access to all 25 languages for life with Rosetta Stone's lifetime unlimited subscription. Check it out at RosettaStone.com.
On the podcast, Eric Cosmos the Stanford neuroscientist explores how brain science intersects with our lives, passions, and behaviors. This deep dive into unexpected facets of our brain science will help you to see the world differently. I'm going to explore the relationship between our brain and our experiences by tackling unusual questions. Listen to Inner Cosmos with David Eagleman on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
Looking for a better return on your investment? First National Realty Partners has historic returns of 15% IRR from their $1.5 billion in commercial real estate assets. With National Branch Portfolio, public, private, you'll build a portfolio of institutional quality private real estate with good cash flow, with historic returns of 15% IRR. First National Realty Partners has advantage over the current market and lease it. Call 888-301-9010 or go to fnrbradio.com. That's fnrbradio.com. Get all the benefits of fully passive real estate ownership. Get in on the current deals while they're available. Call 888-301-9010 or go to fnrbradio.com. Securities are only available to verified accredited investors. Investments are subject to risk, including losing principal. Cash distributions are not guaranteed. Any representations made about investment stability reflect FNRP's strategy and may or may not be realized. Visit fnrbradio.com.
The hypocrisy is stunning, breathtaking, and even the most rabid anti-abortion group of people argue with a 15-year-old girl's 14-year-old about a change in the bill and on the shield. Live 6 to 9 a.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. KFI, AM reporting, more stimulating talk. 818-501-4109. The first-time caller line is 818-501-4721. To talk toll-free for each of the lines, call 800-825-5033. From west of the Rockies toll-free, call 800-618-8255. To reach George via Skype, use Skype name George 9731 Send George a text message anytime at 818-298-6521. This is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
We're going to take your calls with pharmacist Ben Kids this hour here from criticalhealthnews.com, and the toll-free number to call for assistance 1-855-949-7234. If you have not done so already, now might be a great time to diversify, somebody has recommended. Because as the financial markets have become more volatile, banks have got over 20% of their value overnight. Gold has appreciated. That's right. Gold historically performs well during times of high turbulence and uncertainty. You can purchase gold or silver, have it shipped directly to your home, fully insured at bullionmax.com/coast. And right now, Bullion Max will cover the shipping on any order over $199 when you go to bullionmax.com/coast. No one knows when this current crisis will end or the long-term impact, but you can have some peace of mind by diversifying some of your savings. Whether you're looking for a silver starter kit, like so many coast-to-coast listeners have purchased, or maybe you want a couple ounces of gold to safely store in your home. Find it at bullionmax.com/coast, where you can start protecting your savings right now.
Tens of thousands affected by the toxic water at Champlain are left with stress, cancer, Parkinson's, dementia, birth defects, and other serious illnesses, and along with the harm, so many worries.
My family drinks Champlain water. What if our coast gets worse and we need more financial help? How do I protect my VA benefits and get the compensation I deserve in need?
The answer is simple. Call King Harris Law. Experienced, trusted law firms that can give you significant compensation while protecting all your VA benefits. We're already fighting for hundreds of Marines, families, and civilians who drank Champlain water. But if you miss the deadline, you could forever lose your right to the justice you deserve. So call our Champlain legal helpline now. Now may be your last chance to receive full compensation. Don't delay. Call 800-260-7979. That's 800-260-7979. 800-260-7979.
And we're back with pharmacist Ben Hughes. George Norrie with you. Ben, what is the supplement GABA, G-A-B-A?
Oh, GABA. One of my favorites. GABA gamma amino butyric acid. The two parts of that phrase is butyric acid. Butyric acid is a fat. When we talk about essential fatty acids, those are long fats. You may have heard of something called medium chain triglycerides, or MCT. Those are medium fats. Butyric acid is a short fat. Short fats have tremendously valuable roles to play in neurology, for our brains, for helping sleep, for calming us down, for improving satiety, improving libido, improving muscle development. And these butyric acid molecules are made by probiotics, good bacteria in the intestine. It was one of the great gifts of these bacteria. They make what are called postbiotics. The probiotics make postbiotics, and butyric acid is an example of these postbiotics. The body does some of this biochemical magic and turns that BA, butyric acid, into gamma amino butyric acid, or GABA. GABA can be used for sleep, for relaxation, for muscle building. Also, it has anti-seizure properties. One of the best ways to make your own GABA, in addition to probiotics and bacteria, is something called, which I know you've heard of, the ketogenic diet. And the ketogenic diet is very supportive for natural GABA and natural butyric acid, and it accounts for a lot of the good mood effects that the ketogenic diet provides, and also fasting. Butyric acid is GABA and butyric acid are increased by calorie restriction and fasting. Wonderful, wonderful
All right, let's go back to the phones. Let's pick it up by going to Tony in Minneapolis to get it started. Hi, Tony. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, Tony. Hi, I would thank you, George, for your show and everything you bring to the table.
Thank you, Tony.
I really enjoy it. What long time was that? I'm on the topic still with Parkinson's. I think I have a two-parter. I was wondering, a little bit if there's more than just other products that you would recommend, possibly for trying to deal with having Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, working with Wallace, I was told from somebody that's kind of been with him for many years that he actually was diagnosed with it 20-some years ago and was able to reverse it, I guess. I was wondering if you knew anything about that.
Oh, I did not know that. I did not either. That's the first I've heard of that. Yeah, the synaptic, the thermal brain health supplement is one. If you look at the supplement, specific formulations, the synaptic would be one of the most important things you can take. And also, as I said earlier, the ultimate EFAs, omega-3 fats, phenomenally valuable for the brain. And then there are foods that help you release this molecule dopamine. Believe it or not, dark chocolate has got a dopamine releasing effect. In chocolate in general, one of those vegetables, eat avocados, broccoli. You do have broccoli, don't you, George? Tommy does. I don't. I'm not a fan. Broccoli is amazing. Have you ever braised it with salt and butter? Yeah. And you don't find it delicious? Well, it's okay, but okay, all right. We're at home. I don't know if broccoli is a dopamine releasing food, but apples are for sure, and avocados are, and also they say chocolate. And then there's an amino acid which is very interesting called tyrosine. Tyrosine helps you make dopamine. Tyrosine is a great amino acid to use if you're trying to get off of coffee or caffeine. Tyrosine has got caffeine-like effects in the sense that it gets converted into natural chemicals that act like caffeine, act like amphetamine, even, natural amphetamine, natural caffeine. And tyrosine also is a building block for dopamine. Tyrosine is you can also find tyrosine in high protein food. Talk to Doc about Parkinson's. See if you had it. You seem fine now, really? He's great. Yeah, he's 4 years old, Doc. He's amazing. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate your question. Next up, let's go to New York City. My app is with us. Hey there, stranger. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen. Great program. First, again, I want to thank you for that important information around vitamin D because, we tend to think that the supplement does the trick. So I'm glad you reminded us about the importance of it done. That's really great information. But my question was a little bit of preface about the storm fungus that they're calling Candida or Loris has become pretty prevalent in hospitals and nursing homes, congregate facilities. So I'm wondering and hoping if you've been following the story, you have any information. You mentioned how fungus are very hard to deal with medically, but if you have any thoughts about this new disease, Candida auroris, I'll listen over the air. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling. Thank you so much for the kind words. Yeah, this Candida auroris that Paul talked about, it's it's causing a lot of problems, not just in Europe, it's also causing problems here in the United States. Right. It's everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. And as I said earlier, fungal infections are very difficult to eradicate. The reason why you're seeing them in the hospitals and nursing home facilities is because of the antibiotics, the overuse of antibiotics. Not to mention our generally suppressed immune system. Why does an overuse of antibiotics create fungus? Because the bacteria that the antibiotics kill, under ordinary circumstances, they kill the fungus. There's this battle going on between the fungus and the bacteria. Fungus make antibiotics. In fact, penicillin comes from fungus, famously, and the cephalosporins, another major class of antibiotics. And at the same time, antibiotics kill the fungus. Nature has these balances where fungus balance out the bacteria. But because we have this overuse of antibiotics, not to mention the fact that there's antibiotics in animal foods, livestock. In fact, most antibiotics are used for livestock. Fungus overgrows. The
same thing that we're talking about with the toe fungus. So people who have weakened immune systems, people in hospitals, people who are dealing with infections and people taking antibiotics, they're going to be susceptible to these kinds of fungal infections, and that's why they're showing up in nursing homes, healthcare facilities, and hospitals. So the only way you can really deal with a fungal infection, because as I say, they are really hardy creatures, fungus, mushrooms, and yeast. They are designed to thrive on rocks and on anything that's organic. Their very raison d'etre is to transform death and turn it into life. You know, that's what fungus do to it. They take dead things and turn them into living things. They take dead things, break them up into their components so that living things can arise from the building blocks. So fungus are incredibly difficult to eradicate, and the only way to do it is to support your immune system, number one, and that means not to do things that compromise the good bacteria, these antibiotics, sugar, which is another problem, processed foods, processed chemicals, or chemical-laden foods, and then strengthen the immune system. And then also, if you want, you can starve the fungus. The fungus loves sugar. So going on a low-sugar, low-carbohydrate diet is another strategy. But to try to kill the fungus, some of the most toxic and powerful medications that are used in pharmacies and in hospitals are antifungal medications, because fungus are notoriously difficult to get rid of.
Where do fungus get their intelligence? How do they know how to do these?
You should see a movie sometime called Fantastic Fungi, Joyce. You haven't seen it yet.
I have not seen it.
It's an absolutely mind-blowing movie about the intelligence of these creatures. I don't know, they're not creatures.
I mean, where do they get it?
Yeah, well, Joyce,
Do they have little brains?
is that amazing? Plants have intelligence. Fungus have intelligence. Bacteria have intelligence. You know, we think that intelligence comes from the brain, but you know, you can train jellyfish to do things. And jellyfish don't have a nervous system or brain. You know, there's some magic that's going on in our world that we need to really.
What a planet, huh?
What a planet, right? We spoke, like you said earlier, if it bleeds, it leaves. We should be focusing on the amazingness of our living planet, of our reality, as much as we're focusing on all the bad.
Let's go to JJ in Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to the show. Hi, JJ.
JJ.
Hi, George. Hi, Ben. Just have two questions for you. Ben, my 11-year-old daughter has a skin condition on her upper arm called keratosis pilaris. And just want to know, we're trying to stay away from like pharmacy drugs for treatment if possible. And wanted to know, as my first question, if you had any suggestions for like a holistic balm or vitamins to get rid of it right away.
And by the way, there's no drugs that'll do it. So if you go to the
skin guy done.
keratosis pilaris is also known as chicken skin, and when you have these kind of bumps on your arm, it is a classic sign of vitamin A deficiency. So getting on a vitamin A supplement, number one, using topical vitamin A in the form of retinol or retinoic acid, and then also, if she has any digestive issues, she may have some absorption of vitamin A problems. So she has intestinal kind of bloating, gassy, she has a liver issue. She's young, she probably doesn't have any liver problems or gallbladder problems, but she complains about her digestive system. She may not be absorbing her vitamin A. If that's the case, then you have to start working on the intestine. So keratosis pilaris is a classic, I mean classic, sign of a vitamin A deficiency, using it supplementally, as well as using it topically in the retinoic acid one, and then working on absorption.
What was your other question, Jay?
Yes, my other question is, I've been having leg cramps at night and little couple twitches with restless legs. What can be done?
A couple things. First of all, that's a classic sign of thiamine deficiency, vitamin B1 deficiency. In fact, vitamin B1 is the first vitamin that was discovered back in the turn of the 20th century, early 1900s. And it was discovered when it was noticed that people who didn't get thiamine, who ate polished rice, which was thiamine, which was devoid of thiamine, would have problems with cramping and neuropathies, and as it got really bad, they had serious nervous problems with a disease called beriberi. So if you don't have it that bad, but that might be one thing that you want to try. Beyond tangerine is amazing, thiamine. And then also electrolytes. And Beyond Tangerine is a great source of electrolytes. Take the Beyond Tangerine before you go to bed. And that should take care of the problem. You may have to throw in a little magnesium, and you get that as an osteomac as well.
All right, thanks, JJ. Appreciate it. Next up, we have Katie in Vancouver, Washington, west of the Rockies. Hey, Katie, go ahead.
Good evening, Joyce Norrie and I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, great.
And this program has been fantastic. The information conveyed here is just amazing. My question is about my dad. He is a coast-to-coast listener, and he also buys most of his products from Physical Health News.
Yeah, they know.
One thing he takes is honey tangerine. And just recently there has been some thing in the news about erythritol, erythritol, and it's an artificial sweetener that is used in combination with stevia. And what I'd like to know is it added, is it in the tangerine?
No, there's no erythritol in there, and erythritol is not an artificial sweetener. It's a naturally occurring sugar alcohol, they call it. And it has no, it's used in low-calorie foods and diabetic kinds of foods. With some literature recently that talks about linking it to heart attacks, but I can't really see a mechanism for doing that. And sometimes these studies that are done where they question people what they ate and what kind of supplements they take and what kind of sweeteners they use, and then they link it to specific symptoms. Those are called epidemiological studies. I'm not convinced. I don't really see a mechanism for that. This is, although I do know what you're talking about. It's not in the Beyond Tangerine.
Okay, so I'll let him take it.
Yeah, Beyond Tangerine uses a very tiny little bit of fructose in fruit sugar,
Okay, so they said stevia on the label.
I think there might be some stevia in there, yeah.
Okay, so, no, this is from my dad's story.
Thank you, Katie. Trying to help people, and that's what we do. And you know, Ben, when people come up to me at live events thanking me for what you and Doc Wallace do, you feel great.
I'm telling you, there's no words to describe the kind of gratification you get when you help people make a difference in their lives. At the fundamental level, the level of good health and nutrition.
What do you think about some of these pharmaceutical companies that are lowering the price of insulin?
Well, there's a lot better ways to take care of your blood sugar than just taking insulin as a drug. In fact, insulin is not all, it's got some serious issues. A lot of people who have normal blood sugar have elevated insulin and so-called hyperinsulinemia, too much insulin in the blood, accounts for blood pressure problems and issues with the liver, metabolic issues with the liver. Really, really careful with insulin. Insulin is a growth substance. It makes things grow and has cancer. So you have to be very careful with insulin. If you're taking it, you absolutely need it. That's one thing. But you can wean yourself out of it by going on a low-sugar diet, by not ingesting the sugar.
Interesting take on that. Then let's continue chatting before the break. Of course, we've got a couple minutes to go. Since you've been doing it, and you've been doing this for how many years?
Since, it depends on how you consider. I think I would say I started in 1986. You believe that? So what, 36 years, 37 years?
It's a long time.
That's a long, darn time.
And it's helping a lot of people. How'd you get into cosmetic chemistry?
When I was in pharmacy school, I got to work with the gentleman who invented BlitzX. He was my professor.
Oh, really?
I worked in the BlitzX research lab developing BlitzX products for 4 years. And then when I graduated pharmacy school, I knew how to make skincare products. I started with called a compounding pharmacy for the skin. And I just made skincare products for people. I've been doing this since the early 1980s.
And the new pharmacies in Colorado?
What's that? Yes, my pharmacy in Colorado.
What about?
It's in Bloomfield, Colorado, just outside Boulder.
Is it standalone?
No, it's a lab. It's a laboratory pharmacy where we only make skincare products. We make it for physicians and we make it for their patients. And everything that we sell, I make.
Are you eventually sell to drugstores?
No, it's just I make people so I can't do it anymore.
Is it on the website?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not part of it.
You should have them buy you out.
Amazing.
That's fascinating. It really is. It's incredible. We're going to take calls next hour with Ben Fuchs, criticalhealthnews.com. Again, here's that toll-free number, 1-855-949-7234, 7234. What's the worst skin condition you've ever come across?
Oh, I haven't come across it, but There's a skin condition where your body looks like the bark of a tree.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty horrific. It's an infection.
What's it called?
Oh, I forgot the name of it, but can you imagine it? Your skin looks, it kind of
It looks like a tree.
yeah, it's a horrible, horrible.
With two eyes.
What's that? What is that?
With two eyes, it looks like a walking tree stump.
Yeah, well, you got bark. It's really horrific. Right?
That is something.
Yeah.
And what to do? Fall off this?
No, it's on you. Your whole body has this bark-like bacteria. It's either a viral or a bacterial infection.
What causes skin to dry out?
The barrier. You know, it's very nice to enjoy. The skin is layered like lava or like lasagna. And even though we look at the skin, it doesn't look like it has layers. It has microscopically thin layers. And there's a top layer of the skin which is called the barrier. It's technically called the stratum corneum. And as we age, this barrier breaks down. And as nutritional deficiencies accumulate, that barrier breaks down. When the barrier breaks down, the water evaporates. And that's the evaporating water is what counts for drying. And so we use creams and we use lotions, but they don't help. What you need to do is strengthen that barrier, and maximum nutrition comes in.
That's right. Then we're going to take a quick break and come back and take final calls with you in a moment on Coast to Coast Day.
Don't forget to watch our TV show, Beyond Belief with George Norrie. Simply go to beyondbelief.com.
I'm Bree Pennison with KFI 24-hour newsroom. The number of homicides in LA has fallen, but it's still higher than before the pandemic. Police Chief Moore says there were 382 killings last year, down about 5%. And he says shoplifting is on the rise in LA. A body's been found in a burning van along a popular hiking trail in Woodland Hills. LA County Coroner's Office has identified the deceased as 30-year-old Bill Raven. Detectives say there was an accelerant. They're investigating. Orange County is offering $225,000 to repair and improve safety measures around Orange Plaza Park and its historic fountain. Fountain was damaged earlier this month during a high-speed car chase. And the Queen Mary is reopening April 1st. So you know, it's haunted. Southside weather until 5. Cloudy, windy, and wet today. Highs in the low to mid-50s. Right now it's 55 in Huntington Beach. Cypress has 52. 53 for West Hollywood and 46 in Chatsworth. We're Lee Grove from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Bree Pennison.
In downtown Atlanta, which is over the northbound connected to the Denny's we have a crash and keep walking that transition road to drive. It's fucking up as you approach. In Boyle Heights, we have good news. Earlier crash on the Denny, we found that photo has been cleared from lanes to drive. Here's up to full speed in my area. And in our GDS, this is on the 210 westbound at St. Anita. Little fender there. Out of lanes and on the right shoulder. Watch for the way stretch. AFI in the sky. Don't get you there faster. I'm Brian Van. This is marketer support. Roger Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about messaging. Messaging is sonic and sonic landing. The principles of measurement of the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measure, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in schools. As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audience's conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more. At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 38,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in the basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit Uline.com. If you're looking to get out of your house, doesn't matter why you're moving, or maybe you've inherited a home and now looking to live it. Usually you go to a real estate agent, 6%, and you're told to clean and keep and repair, and buyers are going to walk through, the house has to be pristine, and if you don't live there, you don't need any of that. How about price for your home without any of that hassle, DirectBuyers.com will do exactly that. DirectBuyers.com, a local family-owned business, Janet and Matt, brother and sister. I love Matt, brother and sister. I love the way they do business. Now, there are a lot of schmucks out there in this business. I'm going to suggest you call to DirectBuyers.com. They'll never lowball you. They'll give you an honest, no-obligation offer, even a $15,000 cash advance before closing. Go to DirectBuyers.com, call 844-242-SELL, 844-242-SELL, DirectBuyers.com.
KFI, AM 640. I don't like the organic app. First of all, it's not organic. They put me celery from the $1.29 bin into the $2.99 bin. You think the guy goes, hey, it's organic? There's never been an organic piece of fruit or vegetable in any market. Freaking Cuddling Junior Cell. They're just crazy people buying that crap. Live 4 to 7 p.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. To talk to George Norrie, call the wildcard line at 818-501-4109. The first-time caller line is 818-501-4721. To talk toll-free from east of the Rockies, call 800-825-5033. From west of the Rockies, toll-free, call 800-618-8255. To reach George via Skype, use Skype name George97313. Send George a text message anytime at 818-298-6521. From the City of Angels, this is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
And we'll be back with final calls with Promises Ben Fuchs of CriticalHealthNews.com. Next hour, Steve Colburn joins us to talk about what in the world is on Mars. So make sure you're part of the program. Have you signed up yet to become a Coast Insider? What a great deal at 15 cents a day.
I'm a Coast Insider because now I have 24/7 access to the best show ever, Coast to Coast AM.
Hi, it's Teresa. I was being an insider because the shows I listen to, I always appreciate the diversity of thoughtful insights that brings me on a variety of topics on Coast to Coast. The show has challenged me to think deeper and to broaden my horizon.
So give it a try, 15 cents a day. Sign up one of two ways. Our website, coasttocoastam.com. Right at the top of the homepage, it says Insiders. Click that. Fill out the information, and you are in. The other way is through our free Coast to Coast AM app. Download that to your phone. Or use the app, open up profiles and subscriptions, and sign up that way. And if you live in Canada now or worldwide, you can become a Coast Insider as well. Is there something to help you? Please.
HealthyLooking.com has a combination of products to help with everyday stress, fatigue, and moodiness, while increasing energy and stamina, plus helps you fall asleep easier and more soundly while losing weight. Take Elevate in the morning for energy and focus, then Accelerate weight management and sleep combo before bed for a great full night's sleep.
I've maybe gotten 4 to 5 hours of sleep max a night. I'm sleeping between 6 and 7. I wake up to use the bathroom, but I go right back to sleep, which has never happened before, which is pretty awesome.
I noticed a higher level of happiness. I also noticed that I wasn't taking naps. I had more energy. I was more in the moment with my kids. Like, we were laughing more. We were more excited. Every single
And 5.5 inches off my weight, and I'm so proud of myself. Makes me see energy, it helps you sleep better. It just works. I stand by it 100%. I was on a handful of medications to help me sleep, to help me be happy, hypotherapy. When I'm ready to go to sleep, I'm getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Lost some pounds, instead of being my family has me that.
Get
George's Power Pack. Accelerate and elevate, including free recipes for daytime weight management. Plus, free sharing with promo code STORM. Accelerate, elevate, free gifts, swim, and now free shipping for one exclusive special price with George's Power Pack. Order now at healthylooking.com or toll free 800-394-9930. That's 800-394-9930. Jump on board now for better focus, less stress, a great full night's sleep, and weight loss with George's Power Pack exclusively at healthylooking.com. That's healthylooking.com. If you want to improve your marksmanship, you need a Mattress X. The Mattress X can improve your ability dramatically, and it was a must-have for every responsible gun owner. The Mattress X is a high-tech, easy-to-use system used extensively by the military, for example, that improves their aim quickly and gives you the confidence in your ability to protect what you care about. You attach the Mattress X to your firearm and connect it with an app on your smartphone or tablet via Bluetooth. And it gives you instant feedback on what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and how to correct your technique. The Mattress X is a firearms instructor in your pocket. 94% of the users improve within 20 minutes using Mattress X, and the best part is you can use it at home, and it will cost you $10. That's right. You can do what is called dry fire practice at home. Mattress X is the best way to train at home. No driving to the range, spending money on range fees and ammo, and you save a ton of money and improve your shooting. Simply start improving today. Get your Mattress X at mattressx.com. That's MANTIS.com. Tax season isn't fun for a lot of reasons, including if you put a ton of your sensitive information all in one place. All right. Call to order this annual meeting of John's Sensitive Info. John's home address, are you in attendance? Correct. John's social security number? Right here. But that also means, especially during tax season, it can be dangerous and easy to steal your identity. John's account info. And hey, anyone seen account info? Not really. Hello? Account info? For John's login? Oh no, they've been stolen. LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself by monitoring your info and alerting you to potential identity threats. If you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it during tax season and beyond. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 25% off. LifeLock. Identity theft protection starts here. And welcome back to Coach to Coach, back with pharmacist Ben Fuchs from criticalhealthnews.com. If you haven't gone to the website yet, just go to it, take a look at it, and pharmacist Ben will set a record. You like beating Doc Wallace, don't you? Say that again? You like beating Doc Wallace with the workplace. We have a healthy competition. I can't say, I can't even carry Doc Wallace. He's forgotten more than all of it. He hates gluten. Do you think it's like that? Not for everybody, but if you have an immune problem, an inflammatory problem, a digestive problem, yeah, it can wreak havoc on your digestive system. And it's not just gluten. Gluten is a class of molecules, one of a class of molecules that are found in all grains and seeds. Even non-gluten containing foods can be problematic. Plants seem like they're innocent and benign, and vegetarians are always talking about how wonderful plants are and vegetables are and shouldn't eat meat. Well, it turns out that plants make these chemicals that are designed by nature to punish the intrepid eater of those plants. Plants don't want to be eaten, and seeds especially don't want to be eaten. So plants and seeds contain molecules like gluten. Some of them are not gluten, but they're like gluten. They can wreak havoc on a human's immune system. All right, let's go to the phones. Ariel's with us in Monterey Bay, California. Welcome to the show. Hi, Ariel. Hi, Ariel.
Hi, George. I'm calling because I love animals, but unfortunately, I'm allergic to them. Wheezing, trouble breathing, congestion, itchy, watering eyes. It's really bad. It's been like this all my life since childhood. Every time a dog eats my arm, and immediately it turns bright red pink in the exact
outright a regular fit. Wow. So is there any healthy solution or remedy?
Absolutely there is. You have a very sensitive immune system. The immune system is like a camel's back. You know, you ever hear the straw that breaks the camel's back? When you have a sensitized immune system, that means you got a lot of straws on your camel. So you got to start removing some of the straws so the camel's back can get stronger. And that means removing other immune burdens. Things that are burdening the immune system. Technically it's called immune load. You have to reduce your immune load. The most common source of immune load is the digestive system. That's the headquarters for your immune system. So you got to start working on digestive health. That's the most important thing you can do. If you can strengthen the immune system at the level of the intestine, your immune system may be able to handle animals and other things as well. There's things super pollen allergies or seasonal allergies. So I've been working on the immune system, strengthening it every which way that I can. Number one, reducing your intake or eliminating your intake of foods that cause digestive problems, bloating or gas, or any kind of digestive discomfort, and then using nutrients that help support digestive health. Things like we talked earlier, probiotics, digestive enzymes, use noni juice or apple cider vinegar always with your digestive enzyme.
I'm going to make you into the biggest news service in the entire world.
We have a way called glutamine, which strengthens the intestinal lining, and then essential fatty acids are also very important for intestinal health.
Great. Thank you for the information. Let's go to Ken, Sunnyside, Washington. Welcome to the program. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, good evening. I'm fortunate to get to you tonight. And your previous caller, you answered some of the questions that others that I'm like her. I've had digestive issues most of my life, and in fact, I just took order of some of the enzymes and the tangerine and the tablet. My question for you, particularly on the tangerine tablet,
Which is what I think too. Ken.
you like the tablet?
Yeah.
The tablet's just quicker. Yeah, but you can't control the dose like you can with the tablet. How do you control the dose? It's more, it's less. I prefer the powder. They're both, you're going to get the same nutritional value, pretty much the same nutritional value from both. In fact, tablets may have a little bit more antioxidant power than the powder does. Powder gives you a little bit more flexibility.
go ahead. I'm having trouble getting them down the hatch.
Yeah, that's where it's powder goes. Yeah, if you put the powder in liquid, you can drink it all day long. And I recommend people drink their Beyond Tangerine all day long rather than do it in one dose. And that gives you the advantage of what we call pharmacy sustained release, slow release. With the tablets, if you take anything all at once, you take the Beyond Tangerine powder all at once, you get a spike in your blood, in your nutrient levels in the blood, and then they drop. And the body likes to have things in a nice slow, sustained release, and that's why you want to sip on your Beyond Tangerine all day long. Tablets, you're going to get that spike. If the body have a use it or lose it kind of thing, and then you may end up losing some of those nutrients in your urine if you don't consistently increase keep the levels level steady of nutrients in your blood.
Why do some people have trouble swallowing tablets?
It could be dry. As we age, we lose moisture in our throat. They don't slip down the throat as effectively. It could be a stricture or closing of the throat, which can also happen. That could be a serious problem. If you take, if I'm swallowing tablets or capsules, here's a little pharmacy trick for you. Put the tablet or the capsule in a little bit of applesauce or a little bit of yogurt, and that will allow it to slip and slide down the throat.
That's how we used to trick our dogs.
Yeah, you could do it for dogs, that's right.
Same thing.
Peanut butter? With
Wrap it in something, a little bologna, something.
yeah, okay, that's right.
Next up is Michael, Houston, Texas. Welcome to the show. First time caller. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Mike.
Hello, Ben. Hello, George. Appreciate everything y'all do to get the valuable information out to us. Dr. Wallace. I uncured bacon with 0 nitrates in it, and I will save the bacon grease and use it later to fry a fish or fry my eggs right then and there. What is your opinion on?
Well, it's better than regular bacon, but regular bacon is one of the worst foods you can eat. Yeah, it's hard to come up with 2 words than regular bacon, but the nitrate-free bacon is a little bit better. and what did you say what the other thing you said it was? Nitrate free and
no nitrates in the bacon at all.
yeah, that's the bacon's mostly fat, and so even if it's nitrate free, you're basically just getting a bunch of fat with a little bit of meat in it. The reason we like these kinds of food sources is because we human beings can't get enough fat. That is so darn important. Also tasty. And salt. Would you eat bacon if it didn't have fat and salt?
No, I don't eat a lot of bacon either.
Well, to the gentleman who's calling, would you like the bacon if it didn't have fat and salt?
Nope. So is there anything that is healthy to fried foods in?
No, there's no help. Coconut oil, maybe, or butter. But frying is really not a good thing to do. If you have to fry, you absolutely have to fry, use butter.
Alrighty. All right. You answered the question. I appreciate it.
Now, butter's a healthy food.
There's mayonnaise. Butter. Margarine.
No, margarine.
Good old California. Peter's with us east of the Rockies. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter. Oh, George, Ben, I have a couple questions, if you don't mind. One would be, in regards to disc injury. I've had, from aging, I'm 58. In regards to disc injury, I've had, from aging, I'm 58. A little bit of deterioration, but a car accident 4 years ago. I've had an L45 fusion, and the one below it is screaming now. And I also have some neck injuries. Yeah, there's a couple things you could do. The tissue around the disc, when it starts to break down, that's what really causes the problem with the disc. But building that tissue, called connective tissue, is very important. Blocking strategy for building connective tissue. Collagen, peptides, longevity, glucosamine, glucogel caps are great for building connective tissue. George, all-time favorite supplement, like the B-Simple, which is say, George, high hyaluronic acid. It's great for building that connective tissue, making sure that you're supporting connective tissue growth. Ultimate ESAs are anti-inflammatory. Here's something cool for you. You know that the ultimate enzymes, digestive enzymes taken on an empty stomach, are anti-inflammatory, have wonderful anti-inflammatory properties. And they're also blood thinners on top of everything else. And then also, you can't make connective tissue without vitamin C. So make sure you're using your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Also, you should be considering body work, especially my favorite body work, which is something called ROLFING, ROLFING. You pop a disc, scar tissue, and that can exacerbate the problem. ROLFING, ROLFING, is a great body work for helping break up scar tissue. What do you think of people who get disc replacement? You can't have a surgical procedure. It's very rare to have a surgical procedure without developing scar tissue. And so you don't want to do surgical procedures unless you have to. That being said, there are some people who need that hip replacements and knee replacements, and it's the elective. Like, it's not, you don't want to do it like you absolutely have to have it.
Is it expensive operation?
Oh, yeah, it's gone down a lot, but yeah, it's still expensive. Hospitals make a lot of money. There's hip replacement factories, essentially, where people go in and out, have their hip replaced, and then stay for a couple of days or a week, and then they come out and keep people going. There's a lot of money in these replacements, these prosthetic replacements. But some people do, I have to say, knee replacements and hip replacements, they absolutely have to have it, and it can be a job sector.
Next up, Samantha's with us in Mississippi. Welcome to the show. Hi, Samantha.
Samantha?
Hi, how are you?
Great. Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, I have a question. I heard you guys, it's like a rag, but it almost looks like a lamb, but it's huge. Like it holds like the whole bone part of his stomach, and then you have another one that's like perfectly round, also like on the other part of his stomach. And it's, like I said, it looks like a one, but you can get on to it. They didn't know he was going to answer, it was something that didn't work, so.
And it's on the stomach?
Yeah, well, yeah, the bottom part of his stomach, and then it kind of goes down, like to the bone area, kind of around the top of his butt.
Does sound like this ringworm. Did they give him antifungal medicine?
Yeah. So I've never seen this huge, like, I've never seen any kind of ringworm like this.
Well, usually these circular rashes that appear in the body, it is designed that. Yeah, that's typically what it is. And it's a fungal infection. As we were talking earlier, fungal infections are pretty tough to eradicate. On the skin, they're a little bit easier, and you can use topical antifungals, but I would be considering the whole digestive component with the probiotics, good bacteria, making sure that you're getting enough good bacteria, either through fermented foods or probiotic supplements like you mentioned. Yeah, probiotic supplements, daily digest is another one. And then using the whole digestive support strategies, the apple cider vinegar and your digestive enzyme, the amino acid glutamine that we talked about earlier. Using digestive strategies is what I would be doing.
Also, he has to depend, on vehicles or, brake maintenance, whatever. But he has, a catalyst that's on the palm of his hand, but it has turned into like this, like almost like a nodule or like a popping out of the skin around it, and it's very hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It's shrinks in the skin, it's not in the bone or connected to you underneath.
No, it's in the skin and it's like popping out, and it's like right underneath the pinky almost.
Yeah, and dry and hard.
Yeah.
It sounds jealous, right? Yeah, it sounds like a callus. A couple things you could do. Topically, you can get something called urea, U-R-E-A, urea cream. You can also use something, we talked about retinol earlier. That can help topically as well. And then you can also use internal fats, internal nutrition. The ultimate EFA, vitamin A. Vitamin A and the ultimate EFA, essential fatty acids, are pretty much your go-to nutrients for all dry, callous, hard skin conditions. Topically, although as I said, you can use urea, UREA, and then also retinol or retinoic acid cream.
All right, thank you very much for that. Next up, let's go to Mark in Fairbanks, Alaska. Hey, Mark, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Mark, thanks for taking my call. You guys are awesome. I just have kind of a general question, but what would you say are the top 5 supplements that everybody should be taking? Yeah, that's a tough question. Yeah, I win, and I get some people ask me that. It's like, if you have a baseball team, you have a 1927 Yankees, what are the top 5 positions? They're all important. The catcher's not important than the right fielder or the first base. And in an orchestra, the violin's not more important than the drums or the percussion or the horns. They're all important. You can't really isolate nutrients that way. That being said, vitamin C is the Babe Ruth of nutrients, if I can use baseball now. And a good multiple vitamin. And a good multiple vitamin. Beyond pain tangerine is a great way to get a well-rounded. It covers the basics. It's the basics, exactly, to help you start pack. It's tough to call out nutrients as being the most important. I just wanted to help you start packing these down about you. I'd say the single most important vitamin is to be made certainly for vitamin C, which I think of as the Babe Ruth of vitamin C.
What do you think of the supplement turmeric?
Turmeric, amazing. Absolutely amazing herbal supplement. The digestive system, like cancer, for anti-inflammatory effects, folks who have arthritis. It's tasty. You ever make a turmeric drink with coconut milk or with almond milk?
No, when I take the capsules from my front first in a while.
It's amazing supplement. You can actually chew on turmeric roots. You get turmeric roots out.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Then we'll probably see you again in 6 weeks, which will put us in the May. Can you believe that?
Can't believe it. Oh my God, George, where this year going?
Pharmacist Ben Shields.
Thank you, George.
Take care of yourself. Pharmacist Ben, criticalhealthfood.com, and that toll-free number to call for help and assistance. 1-855-949-7234, which is the same as 1-855-949-RADIO. Hit that website, go to it often. Lots of great information there. Doc's appearances and the radio show as well as on that. CriticalHealthNews.com. Up next, we're going to be talking about Mars and things that may be happening there by Steve Colburn, who is a chemist and material scientist with 20-plus years of experience in the science business. He was the first researcher outside the government to make great discoveries, and we'll talk about that.
The free Coachville email newsletter is sent out 6 days a week and is a great way to keep up on all things Coach. With detailed program recaps, the fascinating today's experience listing, upcoming guest info, and weekly free audio clips, it's a must-have for Coach fans. Look for the free sign-up on the CoachCoachAM.com homepage. Hey, Sharp, if you're planning on going solar or even thinking about going solar, then listen up. Time is running out to secure the best possible solar reimbursement with the state of California. Last year, the state and your utility company got together and changed the way new solar systems get reimbursed for the power they produce. And as you can guess, it's not as good for you and me. In fact, it's about 75% less than the old system. The good news is there is a grandfathering period, and you can still permanently lock in those amazing rates. But time is running out. The deadline to have your solar documents filed is April 14th. Time is running out. The deadline to have your solar documents filed is April 14th. So how do you do that? You start by calling Sunlux, and you call them today. Sunlux will walk you through how to lock in the current rate. Even if you're not ready to install the system, it's okay. Call Sunlux and get your documents filed. There is no time to waste to lock in the best returns on solar power that you will ever see. Start today at sunlux.com. Sunlux.com. DSLB 100374.
Why would a plumber just tell me what it costs to unclog my drain over the phone? Is it that complicated?
No, it's not. It makes no sense at all. They obviously have a price.
Whoa, you've got a nice aroma. Who are you?
Mike Diamond, the smell this plumber.
Will you tell me how much to unclog my drain?
$99.
Well, you haven't seen it.
Don't need to. Doesn't matter if it's a kitchen sink or a mainline sewer shower. The Smell Good Plumbers at Mike Diamond will unclog almost any drain for $99.
Almost.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions, but you can read all about them on our website before you call. Just go to thesmellgoodplumber.com.
Wow, you're like upfront and everything. I just told a guy named Rabbi who wouldn't tell me anything.
No brothers here, ma'am. Just professional plumbers who show up on time, smell good, and unclog drains for $99. Call us. 1-800-446-MIKE. Contact your local number 29917. More stimulating talk without even lifting a finger. Thanks, wrong finger. Just tell your smart device to play KFI AM 640. You know what?
Los Angeles, Orange County, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Money for mothers. I'm Bree Dennis in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The city of El Monte is offering guaranteed income to low-income single mothers. $500 a month is available to 125 women for a full year. Deadline to apply is April 15th. El Monte will hold a drawing to determine who gets the cash. You can apply on the website. A man has died after jumping from a stolen CHP vehicle in the Antelope Valley. The suspect stole the CHP cruiser and led police on a high-speed chase. Officers say the man jumped from the cruiser at about 45 miles an hour, hit his head on the roadway, and became unresponsive. He was pronounced dead at Antelope Valley Medical Center. LA County says they've identified 33 buildings they call at risk of collapse should a large earthquake strike. Most were built before 1978. The city now has a retrofit project in the works. It said will cost hundreds of millions of dollars and take about 10 years to complete. Nashville police say they soon will release what they believe was the motive in the deadly shooting in a private Christian school. 3 9-year-olds and 3 adults were killed. Police Chief John Drake says the shooter lived with his parents and had legally purchased firearms.
They were under the thought that she had gotten rid of every weapon that she owned, but she had different weapons inside the home.
San Bernardino County has approved $72 million to fight homelessness. It's their Homeless Strategic Action Plan. They say they'll address the root cause of homelessness by increasing the supply of housing for at-risk populations. And NASA says 5 planets are lining up in the sky right now. They say look near the moon, Mars will be in red. You'll need binoculars or a telescope to see Mercury or Uranus because they're tiny, but you can also see Venus and Jupiter. Southside weather from KFI, cloudy, windy, and wet today, highs in the low to mid-50s. Right now it's 54 in Irvine, San Juan Capistrano has 50, 47 for Calabasas, and 49 in Rancho Cucamonga. We read local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Bree Dennis.
In Arcadia, this is on the Tuesday westbound at Santa Anita. Clean up crews from an earlier crash out of lanes and on the right shoulder, but block looking delays in that area. Heading El Segundo, this is on the 105 westbound before Nash. We have a little there to get up the left lane. The drive is punching up as you approach. On Delio, we have good news. Earlier crash at level and head westbound at 4th Street has been cleared from lanes. The drive up the full speed in that area. KFI is the sky. faster. I'm Brian Day. How much do you think your home is worth this year? Do you think it's going to be worth the same next year? If you're thinking about borrowing on your home equity, your odds of getting more out of your home is probably higher now than it will be next year. I certainly believe that. Some experts predict that property values might decline over the next few years, making it more challenging for borrowers to tap into that home equity. If you need $75,000 or more, HMS Capital can help you borrow the money you need with the equity you've built. So whether you want to consolidate debt, make home improvements, or whatever your situation may be, HMS Capital may have the best solution to help you. No appraisal, credit report fees will apply. I've done 2 mortgages with HMS Capital. Clearly, I'm a fan. I believe they're simply the best for what they do. Call 833-255-5698, 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com. No matter what is a brand new fiction podcast that marries supernatural horror storytelling. No matter what is a brand new fiction podcast that marries supernatural horror storytelling with an immersive psychological thriller. Tune in to uncover the chilling story and secrets that hold the caves themselves. Without monsters, there are no victims. No justification, no defenses. Knowledge system. No justification, no defenses. Knowledge system. No justice. I live my life in the Manawak Cave. That's MANCAWAK. On the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast. As you learn, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 38,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com. Attention accredited investors. With some banks failing and the market trending in the wrong direction, the need to hedge against inflation and invest your money in proven high return assets is now. First National Realty Partners has historic returns of 15% IRR from their $1.5 billion in commercial real estate assets. Their relationships with national brands like Walmart, Whole Foods, Publix, and more gives them the advantage over any other real estate investment opportunity. Be smart and invest your money in grocery-anchored commercial real estate with historic returns of 15% IRR. Call them at 888-301-9010. That's 888-301-9010. Or go to FNRPradio.com. That's FNRPRADIO.com. You'll enjoy all the benefits of fully passive real estate ownership. Get in on the current deals while they're available. Call 888-301-9010. Or go to FNRPRADIO.com now. Securities are only available to verified credit investors. Investors are subject to risk, including loss of principal. Cash distributions are not guaranteed. Any representation about investment stability reflects FNRP strategy and may or may not be realized. Visit FNRPradio.com. This is Dick of Enron. If you've been involved in a motorcycle accident, call 844-24-JACOB. KFI live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640. KFI AM 640. KFI AM 640. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk. You're listening to Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
Pentagon officials wrote in a document released earlier this month that it is entirely possible, listen to this, that aliens are visiting our solar system and releasing tiny probes to perform small-scale reconnaissance missions like the ones that the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, conducts on other planets. The report was authored by Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, the director of the U.S. Department of Defense's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, and Avi Loeb, the former chairperson of Harvard University's Department of Astronomy. Published on March 7th and focuses on the physical constraints of unidentified aerial phenomena. So that is an amazing story. Well, up next, Steve Colburn joins us. He's going to talk about his research about Mars in just a moment. Coast to Coast AM. Steve Crane, that great company, has an innovative new emergency radio called the TC Radio Solar for those inevitable powerless times. It's a great crisis radio with an oversized solar panel and a battery strength meter. You set it out in a sunny window, for example, you can listen for days with it. And it can store enough energy to bring your dead phone battery up to snuff to make that important contact. The TC Radio Solar is about the size of a brick with a clean, modern digital design. It has 5 one-button touch memories with superior reception and excellent audio that you can enjoy every day. And it covers AM and FM, weather alerts from NOAA. It also has that built-in LED platform. Radio is a great necessity when normal communications go down. And you can check out the innovative new TC Radio Solar at ccrane.com. To order the TC Radio Solar, call C-Crane now with 1-800-522-8863. Once again, that's 1-800-522-8863. Visit them online at ccrane.com, also available at REI and Amazon.com.
Real people, real stories. Real people, real stories.
So I had an appointment with the surgeon, and he was told me what all he was going to do, and it was just absolutely horrendous. I came home, I started on carnivora, and I called and canceled my surgery, and she said, "Are you going someplace else?" I said, "No, I'm taking care of it myself." She said, "Okay," and my problem on my skin went away.
I have bruising that's all over my arms, 3 weeks after I was on the carnivore, I noticed, if I'm looking at my arms, and I said, "Gee, I don't have any bruises on my arms, but I'm always full of bruises." I can't put my finger on it, but I know something's happening. I have to tell you, that has to be the carnivore.
Call 866-836-8735. 866-836-8735. Or visit carnivore.com. That's CARNIVORA.com. Use coupon code George to get 15% off your order.
And welcome back to Coast. George Norrie with you. Steve Colburn back with us. He is a chemist, materials scientist, 20-plus years experience in chemistry and nanotechnology. Currently works in the area of carbon nanotubes with his company, Neutron Star Nanotechnology. Steve has analyzed several alleged alien implants in recent years, worked with Dr. Roger Lear, late. His research discovered that these objects contain carbon nanotubes and other nanostructures, indicating that they were sophisticated nano devices made by a level of nanotechnology far beyond that of current mainstream earthly science. What about that? Steve was the first researcher outside the government to make this incredible discovery. Steve, welcome back. How have you been?
I've been great, George.
How much more? You had an implant removed by Dr. Roger Lear, didn't you?
Yeah, I was basically 15 in his implant renewal project. The alien put an implant in my left second toe, and he removed it about 7 months later.
How old were you when you think they might have done that?
That was back in 2008. I was 48 years old.
What was the episode? How did this happen? That you might recall.
Well, my wife had just had given birth to our daughter a couple of months before, and she was over at her parents' house. And mom was helping out with the baby, and I stopped over at our house to water the plants and do a few things, and got tired, told him I was going to spend the night over there, and I heard some rustling in the backyard, and went out in the backyard and found two enormous raccoons in our avocado tree eating avocados, and these were big. I mean, it just astonished me the size of the things. One was about 70 pounds, like the size of a husky dog, something like that. And the other one was somewhat smaller, maybe 50 pounds. And I didn't even know they got that big. And I set the animals from cat food and observed them for a while, and then got tired and went to bed. And we'd had a lot of strange activity in the house in the weeks prior to that. And I woke up about 8 o'clock the next morning, and the sides of my head were kind of sore, and I had a weird pain in my left second toe. And I knew that the aliens had had a strong gut feeling that the aliens had been there in the middle of the night when I had 2 more implants.
What do you think they wanted with this?
I think they're putting in an implant to monitor my bodily parameters. The implant was to monitor body temperature, blood oxygenation, things like that.
Were they interested in what you were working on?
Perhaps. I'm not really sure. I know that they want my help for installing equipment and helping with medical procedures and things like that. But a lot of it under hypnotic regression later on.
What did our friend Dr. Lee say about this?
Well, he didn't believe me at first. He thought that I was some prank, and but he gave me a prescription to get the toe X-rayed, and told him to give a copy of the film to the patient, and they gave me a copy of the film after I got it X-rayed, and I knew that I was going to see something holding it up to the wife, but what I did, it was a life-changing event. Like I tell everybody, one thing, if you strongly suspect that something like this is going on with you, it's quite another matter to have proof and to know for sure. And it looked like a thin piece of wire on the X-ray. It looked smaller on the X-ray than it was when it was removed.
Now, how did you get involved in studying Mars?
I've just been interested in Mars for a long time, and I thought it really ties into the alien phenomenon. There's evidence of past civilization there, and the most Earth-like planet in the solar system.
Tell us the kind of work you've been doing with them.
There's been a huge cover-up going on.
Tell us the kind of work you've been doing with them.
There's been a huge cover-up going on in Mars since the 1950s, apparently. The ground-based astronomers, Christopher Lowell and V.T. Schleifer and a couple others, there was evidence of past civilization and plant life, at least. And there's plant life that varies with the seasons. You can see that in the photographs from the Hubble Space Telescope and the rovers and the various rovers and orbiters and sent to Mars.
I saw a picture on Mars once that looked like a bunch of trees. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got the picture here. There are definitely trees in the South Polar region because that's the region with the most water during the summer in that hemisphere. And some of the trees are like half a kilometer across, so it's like Grand Canyon trees.
Now, is there just vegetation like that's on Mars, in your opinion?
No, there's fairly simple animal life. There's been pictures of what looks like insects from the rovers, and one of a rat-like creature, which certainly looks that way anyway.
A little reptile or something?
Yeah, not a reptile. And there have been photographs of what looks like a statue head or a space helmet, or perhaps a skull. It's not for sure what it is, but definitely either humanoid remains or something, some artifact.
Chinese rover found some water on the moon. What do you think about Mars, which was laden with water at one time, wasn't it?
Yeah, there used to be a lot more water on Mars. detected 100% humidity on Mars. So even if they're right and the pressure's too low for liquid water to exist ordinarily, where's it going to go at 100% humidity? It'll evaporate and more will come in from the air. So it's not going, no liquid is going anywhere if the atmosphere is saturated with this vapor. And also, if water has a lot of dissolved salt, the vapor pressure and the vapor pressure is lower than the boiling point elevated. So,
are there clouds in Mars?
Yeah, there's quite a few clouds, and the Mars Polar Lander actually saw snow there at one point.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't make a big deal about that. But I saw the film for the pictures.
What's the atmosphere like?
According to NASA, 6 to 9 millibars, which is about 1/100th of densest as Earth. That I kind of have an issue with. The ground-based astronomers thought it was more like the 10th of dense as Earth. It's much thinner than Earth in any event. The atmospheric composition is mostly CO2, about 95% CO2, maybe 3% hydrogen, then oxygen, 0.03% water vapor, and a trace of neon. In the case of the oxygen, even if NASA's right, if the oxygen level is only 0.13%, even that level of oxygen will probably require plant life to maintain, because oxygen is such a reactive gas.
What about the canals again as Lowell was able to see?
Well, I saw him for myself during the close opposition of 2003 through an 8-inch telescope. I didn't believe in him all this at the time, and I was looking at Mars through the telescope at high magnification, and I noticed that whenever looking at a planet through a telescope is like looking through something through water or a swimming pool. Every once in a while the surface will get calm and you can see things better. And it's kind of like that with the atmosphere. Every couple of minutes the atmosphere clears up for a few seconds, and when that happens, I was seeing lions on Mars, and I'm going like, holy, you know what, these things are real. They've been acting like a person below was a lunatic for believing in that. He's not the only one that saw him, though.
Can they still be seen there?
What's that?
Can they still be seen there?
Oh, yeah. There's pictures from orbit that show them pretty clearly. There's actually water seepages into the canals, or whatever you want to call them, or channels all over the planet that have water seepage into them that may have been used as an irrigation system at one time by the inhabitants.
What kind of other signs of past civilization that might have been present on Mars, and what do you think Mars might have been like millions of years ago?
Millions of years ago, Mars was wetter, and there were shallow oceans, and there was probably more plant life and probably more animal life as well. As far as evidence of past civilization, there's shapes and pictures in the ground, pyramids, statues like the face on Mars. That's the probability of a face on Mars in the Cydonia region being just a trick of light and shadow, like NASA says, is vanishingly small. The members of the Viking imaging team came to that conclusion a long time ago. It's Dr. Tom Van Flanders, former head of the Naval Observatory.
He was one of the good ones, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he was a great guy.
So tell us about that.
Well, I think the reason is because there's been a UFO controversy for years, since the end of World War II at least. And I think that if they admitted that there's even if they admitted that there's plant life or simple organisms on the planet right next door, that would make the whole alien UFO thing much more likely in the public mind.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because it was Mars, we think it was once laden with a population.
Yeah. There's some evidence that, particularly from the Martian or the Soviet probe Phobos 1, that there might still be population there. They came came up with an infrared photograph that showed what looked like an underground city. And it's at a higher temperature than the surroundings, so it's probably currently inhabited. I think that it's currently inhabited at a very low population density, in my opinion.
Well, where'd the rest of the inhabitants go? All underground, or did they come here?
They probably died off. Mars was once a moon of the original planet core in that orbit, according to Tom Van Flandern.
The one that blew up and became the asteroid belt?
Yeah, planet core exploded millions of years ago, and that's why one side of Mars is heavily cratered and the other side is relatively smooth. The heavily cratered side was the one facing the explosion.
As a scientist, what have your peers and colleagues said about it?
Well, I'm not a mainstream scientist. I go where the data takes me, and I don't just blindly look in the textbooks, and I take my lead from people, from maverick scientists like Dr. Van Flanders, and I just read what's out there, and look at the evidence, in this case, photographs from Mars that have been taken recently, and form my own conclusions.
And if you best guess what's going on Mars right now?
Well, I think there's, like I said, there's some plant life, and lichens on the rocks, and bushes in areas with high water, photosynthetic bacteria. You can see a layer of photosynthetic bacteria, blue-green algae, also known as, in some areas on the river photograph.
These discoveries would be fantastic, wouldn't they, to go public with?
Yeah, well, I wrote a report on Mars back in 2003.
Hello, International Mates. How are you?
Myself and reading up on all this, looking at the NASA data. And I sent you a copy, and there's all the photographs there. And one thing that is really fiction that they show the public a lot is this total rented out sky version of Mars. The sky is actually blue or gray, and it looks more like Arizona than what they show on the press release photos of Mars. It's like they turned the red way up, probably not, and all the green on the rocks.
That is fascinating, to be sure, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely really something.
Does any of this shock you?
Oh yeah, it shocked the heck out of me. I was amazed that they
I'm
were
excited for the discussion, as I'm a rabbi and I am, according to the state of California, on my identification is non-binary. I consider myself a transhuman, which is a unique
Do you
aspect.
think Mars is the only planet outside of Earth in our solar system that might have been inhabited?
Excellent. So
I'm not sure.
I love having sex with women. And I think every red-blooded American or worldwide global man likes to do that. But we're getting to a point where transhumanism is a thing. When I talk about transhumanism, I want people to think about a type of technology known as mind uploading. The mind uploading is the idea where you can scan your brain or someone's brain and nervous system and upload it into a storage system, so some type of computer hard drive, so to speak. And either immediately or at a later date, download that information into a cybernetic being, meaning like a robot, cyborg, an avatar, maybe a clone of themselves, maybe a baby of themselves, whatever the mind might imagine, even to the point where it can be ethereal, where it's just without physical being, and it is simply in the cyber. These are all realistic possibilities when you get into advanced technology. And so perhaps in the past, when people would see things as an LGBTQ, whatever, I consider myself fucked, because I think that I'm at an age where life extension technology is a thing that perhaps those in a certain position in society might be able to live what we would call a transhuman lifestyle, where eventually their body may give out and they want a different body, and they may be able to upload their body using upload their mind using mind upload, And that kind of idea is what one, perhaps, as I deal with this as a rabbi, is the soul. Basically, whatever that data is, whatever your consciousness is that we can upload, that is the soul. And so I want people to understand that in this LGBTQ debate or discussion, there are those of us who consider ourselves plus, and if anybody knows what plus is, please define it because it's really undefinable. How I define it is transhumanism. And with that, I'd like to hear people's thoughts.
Yeah, so what we're supposed to say. When we come back after the break, Steve, I want to talk about aliens and abductions and get your take on that. When the your implant was taken out from me by Dr. Leo, what did he do with it, you know?
Yeah, he kept part of it and he gave part of it to me to analyze with the instruments I had at work at the time.
And that's what's got the carbon nanotechnology in it?
Yeah, there were definitely carbon nanotubes in it. Looked like carbon nanotube electronics.
Which we didn't know how to do at that time, did we?
No, they've been talking about doing it and they've been trying to do it, but if the technology is infinitely here and trillion plans away, they're probably old technology to be going.
More to come in just a moment on Coast to Coast Radio.
Feeling lost? Not close to your radio? Grab your smartphone or computer and listen to iHeartRadio. Pick up the free iHeartRadio app in the App Store or go to iHeartRadio.com.
I'm Bree Pettis for the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The number of homicides in LA has fallen, but it's still higher than before the pandemic. Police Chief Moore says there were 382 killings last year, down about 5%. And he says shoplifting is on the rise in LA. A body's been found in a burning van along a popular hiking trail in Woodland Hills. LA County Coroner's Office has identified the deceased as 30-year-old Jay Raven. Experts say there was an accelerant. They're investigating. Orange County is offering $225,000 to repair and improve safety measures around Orange Plaza Park and its historic fountain. The fountain was damaged earlier this month during a high-speed car chase. And the Queen Mary is reopening April 1st, and yes, it is haunted. Southland weather from KFI. Cloudy, windy, and wet today. Highs in the low mid-50s. Right now it's 54 in Carlson Valley, 53 in Laguna Beach, 50 for San Fernando, and 52 in Beverly Hills. We leave local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Bree Pettis.
In LCW, this is on the 105 westbound at that. We have a crash taking up the two right lanes. These guys are starting to slow up right around the 405.
How many being able to, there's some aspect of human genders that really is irreplaceable unless you have really advanced technology where you can change people's chromosomes, like you're saying, a bone structure. There's always going to be a way for people to be able to tell. And it's kind of this idea, I've heard it before, that, when aliens are here in 1,000 years or 10,000 years, whenever, and they're identifying what species is, they will define it in any way they wish, and that'll be the way that they define it. But essentially, whatever makeup or whatever exterior you have isn't going to show through from a species standpoint, at least not currently, and not in the foreseeable future. But perhaps in the very advanced future of technology, you might be able to do those kinds of things. So I think that I'm in agreement with you that there are going to be some ways that you're going to be able to tell between a man and a woman, and they're only going to be able to mask those in certain ways. There are some people who can have surgery and things like that, and those are really great for them if that is what makes them happy, but that's not going to change the fact that their pelvis was built for a man or built for a woman at birth.
Your traditional investments aren't so great right now. So how about investing in assets that not only hold their value, but are just outright fun to own? Have you ever wanted a Rolex and never thought you could afford one? I want to suggest Bob Watches.
Rolex, Omega, Cartier, Tudor, and a whole lot more. They have them all. Buy, sell, or trade. They have a huge inventory of luxury watches, free overnight shipping on all orders, and a great selection of vintage Rolex watches too. Bob's Watches, a trusted online store to buy or sell modern and vintage luxury pre-owned watches, and all watches are 100% authentic and independently certified. And now you get $200 off. Google Bob's Watches and my name, Bill Handel. Click the link at the top to get your discount automatically applied to your order. Looking to sell your luxury watch? Get a fast and easy quote online from the watch experts. Google Bob's Watches and Bill Handel. AFI, AM 640. Looking to prison committed the crime, period. And that's all that matters. The color there officially doesn't matter. They committed the crime. And gangs are in the business of crime. Done again, they don't do anything else but commit crime all day. Live 1 to 4 p.m. on KFI. And on demand anytime on the IR radio app. From somewhere out there, this is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
Next up, we'll take your calls with Steve Colburn as we talk about Mars and alien abductions, which we're going to get into in a moment here on Coast to Coast, so make sure you're a part of the program. Venus Alvati in for Tom Danheiser, and she's also double duty as the editor of the Whole Lifetime Digital News magazine, which she puts together. And we'd love for you to sign up for it, and the copies that you want to give people are free right now, right?
They sure are, George, and it's very easy. Anyone can email me, Gina, Gina, at wholelifemagazine.com.
And you have that text availability too, don't you?
We sure do. You can text the word Whole Life, it's all one word, Whole Life, to 42828.
Great, good one. One day I'm going to have you read an article, part of it, a real short one.
Okay.
Do you do all the writing for it, or do you have people?
Oh, we have freelancers.
Okay. All right, thank you. ParanormalDate.com keeps cruising along, 690 people shy of 158,000 signed up members at ParanormalDate.com.
At ParanormalDate.com, you meet some most fantastic people.
Hi, I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Jennifer. Great to be here.
Yeah, I'm getting some of your experiences.
How so?
Well, I'm into UFOs, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot, conspiracy theories, and the paranormal, like that kind of stuff. But you seem to find me
Oh, nice to meet you, Tom. I gotta go.
Okay, guess that's not your cup of tea. Are you sure?
Very good luck with that.
Good to find a website for my unique picture. What is one of you? Have you thought about ParanormalDate.com? Oh, what the what? Who are you? I'm a paranormal master, and it's ParanormalDate.com. It's a website for people looking for people like them. Stuff you like, remember? It's good. I'll give it a try. Well, let's try this again. Hi, I'm Tom.
Hey, I'm Deb. Your profile on ParanormalDate.com looks very interesting. So you learned about UFO?
Well, yeah. It was so intense, but not as intense as me and you.
You're an alien taking a tour, but I kind of like it.
Wow, this ParanormalDate.com thing really works. Maybe ParanormalDate.com is for you. People with an interest in things they hear on George's show find their match daily. So if you're looking for that special Inspired by George Norris. It's always worth a search. And if you decide to upgrade to our amazing new features, use promo code George for a great discount. ParanormalBase.com. You are not alone.
I wanted to improve my marksmanship, and I heard about Massive X, so I chose the Massive X, did some homework and research, and found out that they can improve your abilities dramatically, and it's a must-have for every responsible gun owner. And so I looked into it even closer and picked one up. The Massive X is a high-tech, easy-to-use system used extensively by a lot of folks, including the military, that improves your aim quickly and gives you confidence in your ability to protect what you love. You attach the Massive X to your firearm and connect it with an app on your smartphone or tablet via Bluetooth, and it gives you instant feedback on what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and how to correct that technique. The Massive X is a firearms instructor in your pocket, and 94% of those improving within 20 minutes of using Massive X. The best part about it is you can use it at home without any ammunition at all. Just in the world do dry fire practice at home. The Massive X picks up on the way that you do that. Driving to the range, spending money on range speeds and ammo, saving a ton of money and improving your results. Start improving today. Get your Massive X at MassiveX.com. Massive, M-A-S-T-I-S-X.
What if you could build a six-figure retirement income with almost half the money saved? You heard that right. Get a discount on your retirement, creating a six-figure income with 40% less than traditional 401ks and mutual funds. Hi, I'm Rabbi, best-selling author and star in the new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs from Wharton, MIT, and Stanford share a strange concept I call the retirement discount. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollars saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who are off track have shifted money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 60 and want a bigger, better retirement with less money, call to get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Baby Boomer Dilemma, at 1-800-506-2020. This is a $30 value to them. Call today, you'll get it completely free, plus 2 hours of bonus behind-the-scenes footage. All you cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. So don't delay, call right now, 1-800-506-2020. That's 1-800-506-2020, 1-800-506-2020.
And welcome back to Coast. George Norrie with you, along with Steve Colburn. Stephen, let's talk a little bit about alien abductions, if we can, and implants. What is your overall thought about that phenomenon?
Well, I'm involved with it, and in a big way. Yeah, so I have implants. I have other implants that haven't been removed. I remember quite a bit under both consciously under hypnosis, and it's really strange compared to what we're taught. Yeah, they're here and they're doing a job down here, and they are giving people like you to help them.
How many implants do you still have?
I have one above each ear that sets off a metal detector. Most of them set off a metal detector big time. And I think I have one in the back of my neck and a T3 vertebrae. That's pretty common with experiences.
Why do they have so many in you? Does each one do something different?
Yes, that's correct. The one in the back of the neck appears to be, according to the FAQ report, so something that enables the aliens to like turn you off, misbehave, or paralyze you. And there's a brain implant here that they implant in what I call class 2 experiencers that are abducted frequently by the aliens and are part of the alien program. That one enables them to see and hear what you're seeing and hearing in real time.
I assume you've been abducted if you have these many implants in your suit.
Yeah, I remember under regression that I've been abducted hundreds of times, pretty much from day one. It's a lineage thing, and people like to get abducted frequently because they want help with their agenda. There's not enough aliens down here to do what they need to do.
Do you know what star system they're coming from?
Yeah, a couple of them. There can be multiple star systems. The gray is that most of the abductions are an alliance of seven similar species, and two of their star systems are Zeta Reticuli 4 is another planet, and 61 Earth is Earth 3, and there's another planet that's their capital near the in the direction of the constellation Orion, but the exact location is secret.
I think the late Stanton Friedman talked a lot about Zeta Reticuli, didn't he?
Yeah. There's definitely been a lot of reports from experiencers that they come from Zeta Reticuli. I think David Barney Hill were the first ones.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a sun-like star and has planets. So.
Is everyone who gets Dr. Steve given an implant?
Not everyone. There's three classes of experiencers. There's people that are never returned. They call them class 0.
This is in relation to one of the comments that Dr. Kelly being made about the brain transplant. Scientists in China have already done brain transplant on rats. So to think that having brain transplant on humans in the next 30 years is out of the realm of possibility, I think it's close-minded. But I do understand what Dr. Jelly Bean is saying. It's very science fiction. And maybe Dr. Jelly Bean doesn't want to open their mind up to those types of possibilities. Those in the rational, real world that live with the scientific realm want to. We want to have those types of conversations. When it comes to LGBTQ+, we have to talk about that because it is a very big thing that people don't really understand. People should understand that sexuality is non-binary. It is on a prism. So basically, if I put you on an island, like you're a heterosexual person, and I put you on an island with just chicks, you're going to only want to have sex with chicks. But if I put you on an island with just dudes, after enough time, you'll become bored enough that you'll have sex with a dude. It's about how bored are you, as opposed to really anything else. And people who are heterosexual just don't get bored very often. But if I put you in a room alone in a jail cell with someone of your own sex, you will, after enough time, I mean years and years and years, get bored enough if there's nothing else to do that you'll have sex with the other person. That is just a normal thing that someone would do. However, that is not under normal conditions. I absolutely understand that. The way that most of us grew up with men are with men are with women, and women are with men, and essentially then you have this group. So let's understand the L, the lesbians. So that's women and women, G, men and men. And a lot of lesbians and men and gays don't want to be tied to all this other trans anything. And so they have a voice in this as well. Then you've got D, which is usually bi, which is like, okay, you want to have sex with anything, and that can get into like polyamorous kind of things. Then you get into the LGBT, and that's where it starts getting, what in the hell is LGBT? So is it transgender? Is it trans human? Is it just exactly? What does that mean? It meant a lot of different things. And then what does that even get into? Like, is that someone who like? But here's the one thing: it's not. It's not cross-dressing. A lot of cross. Wait, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hold on. We're getting there. So the T can be a whole lot of things. The Q is questioning or clear. I don't really know which one it is because it stands for both. But essentially, there are like aspects of this that get militaristic. And you have to understand, there's all of that, and then there's this different thing here that's called trust. Now, some people want to say that gets into some dark things that you mentioned. I'm telling you right now, that is a group of people who are transhuman. What does that mean? That means that they have the funds that they can perhaps live forever using these brain upload types of ideas. Even if not that, then life extension technology, where they're using stem cells and blood of the young and all kinds of things, adrenochrome and all kinds of like really advanced technology to ensure that they have life extension. And they're going to do it on the dark side, and they don't want anyone to know about it, and that is definitely a thing. So I want people to understand that there are a lot of different people here, and the plus isn't always defined. But I'm telling you, the plus is transhuman. And what does transhumanism then get into? That gets into living forever. And when you get into that, you're able to have you and your friends start going into space. You become a breakaway civilization. and that's when we have like Homo sapiens, and then whatever this thing is in the future, which I call erectus hetero, which basically is people who live forever and fuck. I mean, that's what we have. Essentially, it's a society for the haves and the have-nots, and it's a race to the top. It's a scramble of civilizations to the top to be part of the billionaire and eventual trillionaire class of people. And the way that a lot of people are going to be doing this is through, tech. They're going to be doing it through cryptocurrencies and other things that really aren't an option for your normal person out there. It's a very, very sad state of affairs that you have the plus, perhaps, the elite class that's going to use the LGBTQ part of that against normal, regular society. That is a very real thing that is happening. And with that, I'd like to hear your opinion.
Electronics inside the metal. As far as what powers it up, we think that it's vacuum energy, energy from the quantum vacuum. That's what one of our coworkers or colleagues in the research thought.
Has anybody replaced Dr. Lear in terms of physical removals of implants? I haven't found the replacement yet. Have you?
No, nobody's doing removals on a regular basis. To my knowledge, there's a doctor in Alaska whose name escapes me at the moment, that has done a couple of removals, but I don't know if he's doing that in an ongoing manner.
The materials used for the implants, do you think they come from their planet or from ours?
Yeah, the metal definitely comes from our planet. The metal is meteoric iron. The metal in my implant was a meteoric iron, probably from a class of meteorites called hexahedrites, low nickel iron asteroids. And we have some evidence from isotopic studies that indicates that the material might have not only come from off Earth, but from a different part of the galaxy. That's preliminary, but that's what we have so far.
What do you think the election agenda is?
Well, it's going to be here to exploit the resources of the Earth and the Moon for elements that are where they come from. Like cobalt, gold, uranium and thorium, titanium, aerospace, metals, iodium, things like that.
So why abduct humans? Why abduct humans?
Well, they want human DNA. They're involved in a massive hybridization program. They're making hybrids of humans and themselves.
Are they dying out as a population?
I would say yes. They've genetically modified themselves so much that they're having issues, and they need an infusion of fresh DNA. And they also eliminated emotions in most of their species long ago to enlighten and maximize their intellect, and they discovered that was a mistake. It's an evolutionary dead end, and so they need at least some members of their society that have emotions now.
Is their program of abduction working for them?
You mean, do they have a protocol?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
How so?
Well, when they abduct people, they abduct them from those bloodlines they're interested in, and they often genetically modify the fetus they're interested in at an early stage of development, and then give a person a brain implant at about age 5 generally, and they do training. They train them in various aspects of how to work with them. In my case, it's how to install equipment and helping with medical procedures.
Is there any type of human that is able to escape these things?
No, I'm afraid not. They're far too powerful to fight. They're natural telepaths, and they can download thoughts from information to your brain and place thoughts there and make you do whatever they want to do if they're within a short range of you. And through the implant, they can actually implant suggestions to from very long ranges that are hard to ignore because the subject almost always thinks it's their idea.
Truly remarkable, Steve, how that happens and works. And are you glad this has happened to you?
That's a hard one to answer. I mean, I don't know what I would have been like if I hadn't been subjected to this. So it's hard to really give a definitive answer. But in general, yeah, I guess so. It's not your usual boring life, but it makes it hard to relate to people down here. I think that their genetic modification kind of, I don't know, just makes it hard to relate to normal people. I relate to other abductees much more strongly than I relate to regular people.
To the best of your knowledge, they're not out to hurt people, are they?
No, they're waiting until we hurt ourselves. They're planning on cleaning up the mess after we finally destroy ourselves or do something that greatly reduces the population.
How often are you taken or visited?
Right now it's about once or twice a month, I'd say.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I can tell by these alien dyes left behind. They leave behind indelible dyes on the body usually after an abduction, and they take up to 6 weeks to wear off. So the skin has to wear off to get rid of this dye. And there are several types. There's yellow green from their skin, and there's a blue dye and an orange dye. And I'm not sure what those do. I think the blue dye has something to do with medical procedures. Yeah, it's about that right now. And back when I had a lot of activity when they put the implant in, it was probably at least twice a week. They had a big operation of some kind going on at that time.
Pretty dramatic. And their full intent is to do what?
Like I said, they want to utilize the resources of the system, harvest DNA, create hybrids.
Do you think the hybrid program is the big reason for doing all of this?
Yeah, it's probably the main reason for the abduction program, at least. Just the main reason they're here might be to utilize the resources.
Is their program successful?
Yeah, I'd say so. They now have hybrids that can test for humans, and a lot of them are living among us. I remember under regression helping them establish hybrids in the country. They had an underground base near Las Vegas that they were stacking hybrids from. They were giving them cars and money and maps and directions to apartments and everything they might need, and sending them out to live in this country.
We're going to take your calls next hour with Steve Colburn. The phone lines are open, so you're ready to roll here as we talk about life on Mars, nanotechnology, and of course these alien abduction pieces that he has. Can you be hurt by this, Stephen? These systems in your body?
I don't think so. I think they're pretty much compatible with human bodies. They could hurt you through them if they wanted to. I know they can trigger. I have a rare condition called cluster headaches, and it's a common
migraine.
Yeah, intense, excruciating migraines, and it's a common condition among abductees, but it's rare in the general population. And I know they can trigger those through the implants if they want. Dr. Lear and I were going to go investigate another abductee's house near San Diego one time, and people were about to leave, and she called and said that she had a cluster migraine that just came on.
All right, stay with us, Steve. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back in a moment and begin phone calls with you.
Is a brand new fiction podcast that narrates supernatural horror storytelling with an immersive psychological thriller. Tune in to uncover the chilling stories and secrets as old as the cave know, without losses, there are no victims, no prosecutions, no defenses, no justice. Listen to the Manawak Cave. That's MANCAWAUKK on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast. You probably already know that Rosetta Stone is one of the best ways to learn a language. But did you also know that they offer a lifetime subscription to all 25 of their languages? Dabble in French, try your hand at German, learn a bit of Japanese, or even explore Swedish. And right now, you can get 40% off Rosetta Stone's lifetime unlimited subscription. Visit RosettaStone.com today to purchase once and learn for life. Rosetta Stone, how language is learned. You should choose your air purifier like your life depends on it because, well, it just might. The recent Ohio chemical disaster showed us toxic air threatens our health. The ViralCleanse is the next generation in home air purification. It's specifically designed to wipe out airborne viruses, germs, and chemicals known to cause allergies, illness, and difficulty breathing. Even toxic fumes from a recent train derailment were no match for a ViralCleanse. A single ViralCleanse unit removed 99% of the dangerous compounds that were found in the homes near the chemical disaster. If it can clean the air after a toxic spill, imagine how it can help keep your family healthy. Only ViralCleanse comes with a free air quality monitor. Visit ekpure.com and use the promo code Conway for 10% off your ViralCleanse home purification unit. Plus, you get the free air quality monitor and fast free shipping. That's $150 savings. Visit ekpure.com, promo code Conway. ekpure.com, promo code Conway. Your smart speaker doesn't look very smart. Hey, where's KFI AM 640? Oh, it is smart. KFI KOST 2, Los Angeles, Orange County. You are halfway to the weekend already. Here's Jennifer Jones-Lee with your Wednesday morning wake-up call. Well, good morning to you, and once again, good morning to some rain. Governor Newsom has expanded California's storm state of emergency with this rain and snow that continue to fall. We'll talk with the National Weather Service in just a second about that. Police in Nashville, Tennessee say the woman who killed 3 kids and 3 adults at a Christian school did not target any specific person. Him decided that almost makes it worse. And the Queen Mary. About Queen Mary news for you a little bit later. Then I have Popeye's chicken news for you that has nothing to do with chicken. Yeah, I got your attention, right? Let's say good morning now to National Weather Service meteorologist David Fleet. David, good morning. Thanks for joining me. Tell me about the storm this year. Well, we've got a storm system that's bringing a cold front through Ventura County right now, and that cold front is due to move into Los Angeles County later this morning, bringing light to moderate rain for a period of hours to 4 hours or so. And then it'll be followed by some clearing this afternoon and a brief break in storm activity before a chance of showers and thunderstorms returns to the area behind the front later tonight and into Thursday morning.
Sounds a little bit like maybe the storm system that we were expecting today, maybe did it not materialize as much as we thought it could?
No, it's still pretty much on track. It's just moving fairly slowly, and you'll definitely notice the difference in a few hours. The rain will definitely arrive.
Okay, good. So I guess the good news is that, hey, anybody who's got an early commute, you're going to probably miss the bulk of this. That's good.
Yeah, hopefully. It's going to be a close call, but yeah, if you're early in the commute, you'll probably be fine.
And so when the next portion of the storm comes in, how much are you expecting? Is it going to be less than we may see today?
Well, the storm totals, including the front today and the scattered showers and thunderstorms possible for tonight and tomorrow morning, should bring us anywhere from a half an inch of rain to about 1.5 inches, but local amounts to 2 inches.
What about the snow?
Yeah, we've got snow about 5,000 feet in the mountains. Eastern San Gabriel is about 6 to 12 inches. over by the grapevine about 1 inch past the grapevine where the home pad is, and then above my house to be about 4 to 8 inches around that area.
So this is another atmospheric river that we have on us. Is it the 13th?
Okay. There was there's definitely a bit of an atmospheric river attached to it, yes, but the main portion of the storm is going to be a cold winter storm dropping down from the north. So we're emphasizing that this is a colder storm with scattered showers and thunderstorms.
All right. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate your time this morning.
All right. Have a great morning.
Hey, you too. See you later. That is National Weather Service meteorologist David Fleet. Now, all this rain that we've had up to this point has helped refill Diamond Valley Lake in Hemet for the first time in 3 years. The lake is actually